She almost there.
We'll go with the flow and figure it out.
Cool.
Okay. Top left corner. Standing at 6'9", rank 100. Welcome, Abdu2 Beastie.
Shit, that shit there too. God damn, what the fuck?
Man, that camera is
Yeah, man, this should be eating battery life like crazy.
I want to clap, but I'm tired, and you're not even there.
It's a clapping podcast.
What a podcast, dude. It's just really, it's going to be one of those banger ones.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. To the right of Abdu, to the left of one of our guests, upper left corner. We haven't had them on for a long ass time. They're sisters, twins, brothers, whatever you want them to be. Chess grandmasters. They taught. Fuck, I forgot his name. Was it Hikaru?
Yep.
What?
That's his name, right? Hikaru?
Hikaru, yep.
Thank God. I'm fried.
Good
Whatever.
job, Shane.
Whatever. Listen, grandmasters, chess, intelligent, smart, good personality, nice people. Fuck it. Botez sisters, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for the warm welcome.
No problem. Okay. Dude, I feel like usually there's like a background music playing in my head. It's like a background music in my head. Everything's flowing. Right now, it just feels like it's like crickets, right? Like, I feel like I'm talking into like just stone. It's just crazy. Anyways, whatever. Fuck it. You know what's crazy, Botez? The last time we had you guys on, I was also in this state of mind. You guys remember that?
That's exactly what I said.
Both times. Both times now, I've been fried.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, you always started with like, oh my God, I'm so fried. And literally when you were about to say it, I called it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
I was going to repost my TikTok.
Yeah. Well, to the right of Botez sisters, welcome. Big Boss Bose.
What the? Do I get a fucking intro?
That was a shit intro, man.
Wow. I didn't even know it was me. Yo, close my camera. Let's try again. Hold on.
Yeah.
Great. Come on, bro.
What's all this shit done?
To the right of Botez sisters, to the left of a League of Legends dev, the beautiful, the queen, the elegant, the amazing. Literally, all of you men in the chat need to bow down, kneel down, and give Bose everything. Give her your dignity, your pride. Give her your goddamn money. Welcome, Big Boss Bose.
Oh,
I almost just closed my OBS. OBS is currently active. All streams recordings will be shut down. Are you sure you want to exit? No.
No. Oh, no.
Holy fuck.
Select no.
My God. Hold on. Cash App. Just give me 1 second here. Okay. Hold on. To the right of Big Boss Bose. League of Legends dev. Riot dev. League of Legends artistic designer, League of Legends rule creator, League of Legends developer, absolute trash. He's depressed and sad. League of Legends has taken everything and might as well be the fucking devil. It stripped him of his soul, stripped him of everything he has ever known. Welcome, Blastoise.
I don't even work on League anymore. What the fuck? I stopped working on that like a year ago.
Yeah, that explains what's happened in the last year. Thanks,
yeah, you got rich. Look at that house, buddy.
That's a compliment then. Thanks.
Yeah,
Dom.
it's a compliment for
that.
you. It's not a compliment
thanks.
for everyone else.
Right,
Yeah,
game
thanks.
space well.
Yep.
Yep.
Co-host, co-producer, the man, the god, the myth, the legend, does everything, is organized, responsible, is amazing, good friend, loyal. Welcome, Devin Nash.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. Thank you. Merry Christmas
Merry
to
Christmas.
all.
Merry Christmas, Devin.
Merry Christmas.
Those.
Everything is good. Yes, good. Okay, good. To the right, deep voice, might even be deeper than mine. Red hair, I think, or brown, or maybe fucking magenta. I don't know what the fuck color that shit is. Good looking guy, beard, beanie. Welcome. Gonedoc.
Yo.
Yo, what's up, Doc? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. What about you, Abdu? How you been?
Chilling, man.
Oh, man.
No.
You know, Train, you didn't say anything about my cock, so I'm kind of surprised. But thank you.
I was gonna say that, man.
Yeah,
He's
the
made it
cock's
through the
just.
whole
I'm not feeling the cock today. You know.
Thank God.
Are you okay?
Christmas.
Wait, do it for you? Are you alright?
I'm not
Once a
sure
year.
what's going on
Do
exactly.
you need to call? Do you need to call a hotline? Like what? Oh my God!
It's a
This is like.
Christmas miracle.
Oh, no.
He's warming up. He's warming up.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but
Oh no!
yeah, I'm not
I'm-
feeling the cock today.
I'm concerned.
Same,
see where this goes. Okay.
To the right of
Wow.
Gonedoc. Wait, hold on. Cash App, you're not doing this right now. Hold on, wait. You're not. Dude, what's this guy doing? Hold on. Okay. To the right of Gonedoc. League of Legends Pro, League of Legends World Champion, League of Legends Coach, League of Legends MVP, League of Legends Big Cock. Welcome. I will dominate.
Oh my god, we got the cock in there. All right, it's feeling
He's
more
warming
normal.
up.
Thank
Yeah,
God.
yeah, yeah. I had a-
Doc's face.
I had a
He
pretty
was
good
like,
one.
all right.
Christ.
Okay, welcome, Dom.
Thanks,
I
man.
will dominate.
Happy to be here.
Cool. I am fucking fried, boys. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Holy shit. I can't even see straight. My eyesight's blurry. I'm gonna keep. Hey, sheesh. Okay, to the right of
Bro,
I
your
will
eyes
dominate.
look fucked.
Fuck it. The beautiful Nordic princess. Legend says she was trapped in a castle, a tall castle, 500,000 feet up in the air. Her long, luscious, pearly, blonde hair dangled from the window. A prince climbed up, saved her. But she didn't need saving, because she is the man and the woman. Welcome, Candyland.
Hi. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Candyland.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Candyland. I don't know what the fuck.
Undo your camera again.
Yeah, I had to Yo, y'all see this shit? This shit trash, man. Look at this shit.
It's just as bad as ours. It's okay. Don't
Aren't
worry.
you a professional photographer? What's going on here?
Battery's died, man. I gotta use the webcam.
Below Gonedoc, to the left of myself, GTA RP legend, absolute A-list actor, good guy, good friend, been there for me, and he's cute. I can tell he's a little nervous. It's okay.
I am shit my pants.
Welcome, Rami, Rami, Ramister, Rami.
Hello,
Welcome.
everybody. Hello.
Merry
Hi.
Christmas.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for being here.
Welcome, man.
Dude, you have great hair. You
Thank
got really
you.
good hair.
Thank you.
Dude.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
And a good mustache. I love your mustache. Or
You should- yeah,
facial hair.
Now it's time for the beautiful Christmas giveaway with Cash App. Should I mute Discord, or do you guys want to hear me say it?
We want to be here.
Okay,
Let's hear it.
boys,
Yeah.
listen.
Big
Just
dubs.
type your goddamn cash tags in the chat, and mods
Did you say-
spam this link with me right here. This is, if anyone has any questions, make sure to click this and fully read. Thank you. It's all legal terms. Please take a read of all that, guys. Mods, just spam this every fucking second. Thank you. Listen, everyone can win. Anyone can win. All of you can get it. I believe there's going to be some crazy amount of winners, somewhere between 100 and 150,000 given back from Santa Claus. A present to all of you. So if you have a Cash App, spam your cash tags in the chat. Doesn't matter who you are. You could literally not be following my channel. It doesn't matter. Just put your goddamn cash tag in there, and each person can only win once, I believe. And mods, please keep spamming that thing and leave the room totally free. And if anyone does
Did you
anything
say how
dumb, let me
much?
know.
How much they're given?
Yeah, I believe it's gonna be. So I was talking to some of the boys. I know my boy Nick Merckx. He decided to go down the same path with me. He did it for his amazing community, and I decided to do it for mine. And we're gonna be giving out, U.S. only, win once only, 18 plus. And
Did you just read the
everyone
legal
can win.
terms now?
Is it U.S. only? And everyone can win. 1% win $100. 99% win $10. Is it U.S. only?
99? What?
Yeah, 99. Hold on. All I know is this. It's like 150,000 given back to the community.
Holy shit.
And I think
150K.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
some people win 100, most people win 10. Something
That
like
makes
that.
sense. That's how we did ours too.
Yeah. So everyone can win. You could literally not be following me. It's okay. Anyone can win. Just put your cash tag in the chat. 13,000 plus winners, okay? If eligible. Now, please keep spamming that, mods. Keep spamming it.
That's
As
fucking
you know, we have
insane.
some hate watchers. Some people need to farm some karma. Make sure to keep spamming that. Thank you very much. It's going to be a good time. 18 plus. All right, be right back. Devin, watch chat. Anyone does anything dumb? Yo, mods, watch chat. Don't let anyone do anything stupid. Thank you very much.
This is a big deal. This is like the Christmas gift back from the Scuffed podcast.
It
and
is.
Cash App.
It is. The Stuff Podcast Christmas Give Back. 150,000, 13,000 winners. Crazy shit.
Yeah, that's real money going into the community. It's actually insane.
It is. It definitely is.
Yeah.
Spam the cash
Bitcoin
tags.
is
Everyone can
going
win.
to the moon.
Everyone.
So it might even be even more money
US.
than you get because Bitcoin's going crazy, man. You guys, any crypto people in the podcast here?
Nah, man, I'm scared of that shit.
Yeah,
Me
You
too. Me
You
too.
should be.
I'm stock market only, dude.
I got out of it a
Stock
while
market
ago, though.
only.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if I should go back in.
you shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think I should.
I feel
got,
like
I got
right
out
now
high
isn't
and I
the
don't want to go
moment.
back.
I think it's too
Bro,
late.
Trainwreck is a fucking crypto fiend. He hit me up one day like
That's
3
right,
a.m.
dude. I was buying
He just
all.
hits me
I
up,
was
he's
buying
like, "Yo, bro,
everything.
can I
Rami
borrow,
knows,
like,
but that's
50K
between
real
Rami
quick?"
and I. I was buying everything at
Yeah.
one point, and then, you know, some things happened, my man. Oh, my phone just died.
Dude,
I
you
am
hit me
so
up your
upset.
3 a.m. He's like, "Hey, man, what's up?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing much." He's like, "Hey, can I borrow 50K right now?"
This was before, though.
you back tomorrow.
This was before F
When
and
was
BTC
this?
took off.
Mine
This was
would be like
before
at
F
5
and
a.m.
BTC took off.
Yeah, he's like, I need some Ethereum, dude. Can you trade me like 50K in
like
Ethereum?
the
I'm
most
like,
random
motherfucker, it is
times, bro.
3 a.m. I am going to sleep. What the fuck?
Most random times.
Okay,
bro.
since you guys like crypto, I played chess with Vitalik Buterin like 2 weeks ago, which is insane
Really?
for anybody who holds Ethereum.
That
yes.
is actually insane.
That
Holy
was the
shit.
coolest moment.
That's actually you
Mods,
won,
please
right?
keep
Is he
spamming
really
that
good?
link in there.
Yeah,
Please,
yeah.
just keep spamming it.
It was
Put
just
your cash tags in
the
chat.
chance
Everyone
to
can
meet
win.
him.
18 plus. Thank you.
Are you both tilted yet that you pretty much get reference to fucking Queen's Gambit every day?
That's a
Yeah,
great
it's
movie.
not a
That's a
bad
great TV
thing.
series.
I don't mind it.
It's,
It's
actually a great
mostly a
TV series.
compliment.
Yeah, the
so.
show was really good, though.
it's quite literally one of the best shows like I've ever watched.
It's a
like,
really,
it was,
really good show,
It was
yes.
But I did
Yeah,
think of both of
exactly.
you immediately. I was
really
like,
good
oh god,
show.
that's the Botez sisters.
Yeah,
We're proud to
100%.
represent.
Yeah.
It's been super helpful. It's push chess into a lot of mainstream cultural things.
Yes.
That's good. That's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, a lot of media have been reaching out to interview us just because of the show. It's funny.
Well, you're basically the closest to it that exists.
That's-
right?
No,
Not
there's
you.
really-
No?
Thank you, mods.
There's other women grandmasters that are in the top world.
Continue your conversation. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you're
On
it.
Twitch,
Yeah,
maybe.
when
Yeah.
they Google female chess, then yes. So I think they do that.
But if
and
they
they're like,
Google
oh,
world players,
That's all there is
then no.
to. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Then
You,
You're-
I mean,
you're-
you guys are like the full package too.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like I don't know if they like get drunk and get to stay inside the house.
Yeah, yeah, we're not
Like,
old, yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Popping
Except
tranquilizers.
without the pills, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it does speak to like how difficult it is to have like mastery of something, like what it takes to, like the kind of sacrifice it takes to have mastery of something. That's like why the show is so incredible.
Yeah, and it's super relatable to just get that level of obsession. I'm sure for pro gamers too, you guys can vouch on that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's an all-day thing, so that's how it goes. You gotta like dream of that shit, or else you'll just not make it.
What are you guys most obsessed with? I'm curious right now.
For
Right, wait, what, when we were young or now?
In the moment, what's keeping your occupation the most?
Streaming, I guess.
You know, for me,
That's all I
I just recently got obsessed with like macros and nutrients, like nutrition. Like I'm tracking every single like fucking cashew that I eat. And
Why are you
Are
doing
you
that?
strength training or just on a diet?
I'm
Okay.
I'm getting super into like. Well,
I
I
do
used
that
to.
too.
Oh, did you?
For a little, when I was
Yeah.
weightlifting and stuff, but not anymore because I'm lazy.
wait, Devin, you gonna be just jacked out of your mind in 6 months?
I'm gonna try. Yeah, I think. Well, because like I guess okay. This is like all the justification because I'm single now, so I'm like trying to like find other ways to improve my.
Let's
That's
go.
great though.
Like ego.
Yeah,
Listen,
you're
yeah.
figuring that.
Nothing gets a guy jacked like getting single or like a recent
Oh,
breakup.
what?
For real, dude.
Any
Yeah.
of my homies, like anytime they're like single again, like break up with a girl, all of a sudden like a year later they're just jacked out of their minds. Always the case. Everyone finds solace in the gym.
That's dude. I just gotta find him the iron. That's 100% right. Yeah. So I started tracking. Like I'm amazed by like how many sugars are like hidden in my diet. how many like
Yeah.
refined carbohydrates I was eating. I'm tracking everything with MyFitnessPal every day.
Yeah.
Just all the way
Yeah,
through.
I did the same. It's really interesting.
Do you feel any
Yeah.
difference now?
I feel completely different. So I started doing this about a month and a half ago. But about the first like week or two, I actually almost like felt worse for a while. And now like eating no refined sugar, no refined carbohydrates at all, totally tracking my macros, like working out every day, like 600, 700 calories a day, like intense, a lot of dancing. I play Beat Saber. I do like Just
That's
Dance
great.
2021.
Wait,
Yeah, yeah.
600 calories per day.
Wow.
Yes.
You
I play-
are eating like half
wait,
of a
Wait,
girl's
you're trying to like
diet.
get skinny.
I do HIT dancing, so I do like Just Dance 2021, and like You Will Burn like for an hour and a half.
You
Oh,
meant
he's gonna burn
He's burning 600 calories.
Oh.
Not eating. He's
Oh.
burning
I eat 2,500. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Eating
Damn,
yeah, I got
slim,
it.
slim.
Yeah.
Dude, I've
Good
already
job,
already
Devin.
lost 7 pounds. Like I'm going like fucking ham. Like I'm obsessed with it, dude. Like I used to play this game called Path of Exile. It was like all these like numbers and shit, and now I like do that in real life. Like it's just like it's like analytics.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's so smart.
That's
fun,
it
man.
makes it fun for sure.
Yeah,
It's
really
really
fun.
hard to find motivation.
Boys, if you
for that
win, make
stuff
sure to
during
tweet it.
COVID. Like
Go
I
to
tried,
Twitter.
and then I would just like,
Tweet
oh,
the
I'm
picture
sick,
of your
I'll have
winnings
to
at
stream
hashtag
ahead
at TrainWreck's
Yeah,
TV,
good for you.
hashtag Scuffed
I
Pod.
just decided to start doing it one day at a time instead of having these like lofty goals that go on like for weeks. So like, because whenever I plan something ahead and I have like a goal, I just like freeze. I paralyze. I can't do it. So I have no fitness goals. I just am trying to do the best I can every day, and it's been better than. But I like my mental cognition. Everything is better than it's ever been before. I don't get pissed
That's
at my
good.
Twitch chat as much.
Good luck.
Yeah, I need it. Thank you. Yeah, it's good. But that's my obsession right now.
Candy, what about you? Do you have anything you're obsessed with right now?
No, mostly streaming. I've been more like just worried to go outside with Corona now lately. And I also had a scare, so I have been quarantined even in Sweden. So, but I love being outside otherwise, and in the winter. Now it snows, so I'm obsessed with snow.
Isn't Sweden better for COVID right now or no?
It's worse in my town now. Almost like a lot of people I know had it. I had we got it from a nurse now, probably a month ago. So I didn't get any symptoms. Well, no, my roommate got it. I didn't get any symptoms at all, but he got it from a nurse because he's in a risk. Yeah, he's in a bad shape. So, but when he was in the hospital, he got it from a nurse. But I never got infected. So
maybe you're asymptomatic.
Apparently, COVID is worse for males than for females. It's like, yeah, I read some study on that. That's actually for,
wow, Andrea.
Yeah, no, like dead ass.
Corona's sexist. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, Corona's sexist. No, it's like it causes more issues for.
I don't know about you guys,
males.
but we're good. No.
But there's more men than women, and if it is a man-made virus, maybe it was meant to be like that. Because
true. Yes,
it
was made to diminish the amount of
to thin
men
us
in the
out.
world.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Oh no.
Yeah, I agree. That's a hot take right there.
Yeah, it is.
They're like, yeah, let's get enough of them out. They're still in all my
We don't have
games.
Austin here to be the China virus. The China.
Yeah.
It's China.
Oh man, that shit be cracking me up. Oh my god.
We need Kirk on here, man. Kirk is the original, right?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Austin's friend, you mean?
Yeah.
The original what?
Yeah.
He's the original like Trump impression. Like I feel like Austin's impression is of that guy doing his Trump impression.
Where has Kirk been, low key? Where's he been? Is he still around?
I don't
He still streams. Yeah. Kirk still streams.
Oh, nice. Oh, continue your conversation. So, Candy, wait. So, what were you guys talking about?
What are people passionate about? What are they diving deep into?
Crime. I'm balls deep in
Crime.
crime this week.
Yeah,
It's
we
the
were talking about
Boys,
this,
make
huh?
sure to post on Twitter if you won.
Yeah,
Post
it's
a
the
picture.
most
Tag Cash App. Tag
interesting
TrainWreck's
shit.
TV.
I've learned so much. I've literally been watching
Hashtag
true
Scuffed
crime stuff
Pod.
for 8 years, but this past week I decided to actually take like the EDX, like Harvard criminology course, like computer forensics, like standard forensics, because I feel like if you're gonna speak on this shit, you should know something. And like, I can't believe like how much I've learned about like interrogation tactics. Okay, guys, get this. This is how the police fucking get you. Okay, when they know that you've done it, what they'll do. So, a really classic example is like Casey Anthony. You guys know she fucking did it and she got off, right?
Was she
I
the
don't
one
know
with
what
the
that is.
eyebrows who killed her?
The one that
boyfriend?
looks like Carl.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
she killed her
Casey-
daughter, or she killed her
Yeah,
baby, or
yeah.
some shit, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Casey Anthony's the one that killed Kaylee Anthony. Here's the thing, guys. They found DNA evidence in Casey's trunk of her child. She didn't report her child
Damn.
missing for 5 days. She lied to investigators, and on top of that, her car smelled like a dead body. That should be enough to indict her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
What they
not.
do it is police will basically bring in Casey and they'll be like, hey, they'll do what they call like a cognitive interview where they just say, tell me about your day. And they collect all this information from her and they say, okay, cool, send her home. Then they come back, bring her in a week later and they say, hey, we want to talk about your story, but also we found this evidence. And so now she has to correct her story based on that evidence.
Oh.
And then they bring her back in 2 weeks later and they put the smack down. They put all the evidence out. And so now she has to correct her story for a third time. So what that does is when Casey has to go to court, they instantly are able to discredit her because she's lied in her past 2 stories about her daughter. And then they have a third confession that's just kind of blank. And then the defense has to work around that. I think that's so fucking interesting. You can use that in real
It
life.
is.
Yeah, police
crazy.
interrogation tactics are crazy. The forensics are crazy. People that don't understand the internet that committed murders in the early like 2010s that didn't know that like all of this stuff could be retrieved. Yeah, that's been my thing this week.
Are they digging up a lot of old murders that are only coming to surface now?
Absolutely. There's a really interesting case. If anyone ever wants to see it, it's about this lady named Stephanie Lazarus. She killed her lover's girlfriend in the 70s, thought she got away with it. And then they introduced DNA in like the 90s, perfected it. This lady was an officer and they caught her 30 years later. So there's actually a
Wow.
video of her
Yeah, I saw
30
that one.
years. Yeah, it's a really
And what's her
popular one.
reaction like when she gets caught?
Panic, absolute panic. Criminals
She was
do this
wait,
thing.
she was a Karen, right? She was being like all Karen
Such
about
a Karen.
it. Yeah.
She freaked out. And it's so funny. Criminals, when they've actually done it, they do this really interesting thing called rambling, where they will like, they'll ask them a question. So what were you doing that like at 9 p.m.? And they'll just go off on this tangent. But it's because the tangent makes them feel safe. When they're having to lie about something actively for a while, it feels bad. It's really stressful and they don't want to talk about the murder. So they go off on these crazy tangents because while they're talking about, oh, I like horses or this or this or this, it just feels really safe for them. And that's a way that investigators can tell that people are lying
What
too.
was the girl's name? I mean, the lady's name? Sorry about that.
Stephanie Lazarus. It is
These are
the
so interesting.
funniest
Bose.
interview.
The
Dude, I love
the other
it.
one that was wild. I don't know if you saw
gonna say
this
the
one.
Chris
Bose, was
Watts
was the serial killer.
Dude,
There was the one serial killer who they caught because of 23andMe because they had the dude's DNA, but they just didn't know who he was. And then it was like his cousin or like second cousin, someone really far away, had done a 23andMe test, didn't even know who the guy was. And the police got basically a warrant to check like 23andMe or one of these DNA sites, found the match, and then like back traced it to this guy and somehow caught a serial killer off it.
So it's called familial DNA, and it's actually been it's been introduced fairly recently. I don't even think that you can admit familial DNA into court, but
Yeah, it's
basically,
controversial.
yeah. So if somebody commits a crime, they collect their DNA, they run it through the system, and it's not in the system. If it gets a hit for your cousin who has similar DNA, they're gonna look into your cousin and everyone that your cousin knows. So yeah, like you're, dude. Yeah.
Would you do those tests? Have you done them?
23andMe?
Yeah, or something like that, the DNA tests.
I didn't
online.
kill anybody. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm not playing
Maybe
with
your
killing someone
family
on that.
did because, and then you're getting them in problem. Oh.
I did it, and
But if they killed someone, maybe they should be in trouble.
I have I figured out from it that I actually did it and wish I hadn't, because I figured out that I have like a proclivity towards like fucking explosive Alzheimer's. Like I'm almost guaranteed to get it. And
Oh,
which is like
damn.
yeah, so it's like basically
It's coming
now
up in
I
a
know
couple
it's-
years for you too. That's
Wait,
Damn!
there's a lot of things you can do.
If I
There-
forget,
joking,
if
come on.
if I forget things, hopefully I forget you first. Okay.
There's a lot of things you can do
all
about that.
right.
Not really.
That- wait.
Like we're gonna hope that medical science can advance fast enough before I get
Yeah,
too old.
I've
Which, like
heard
Dom
it-
said,
Yeah,
is like
that's the
2
big
years.
hope.
Yeah.
No, I've heard it.
Yeah.
If you catch it quick or early, you can do something about it. And a first sign is loss of taste. If you have loss of taste, it's the first sign of Alzheimer's.
Oh, I
My
can't
mom
do
has
that.
lost
COVID.
Oh god.
Yeah, we have that in my
Your
family.
mom has
too.
it, you said? Oh.
No, she has loss of taste, and my older family, they have all Alzheimer's. They were all
10 more minutes, boys.
gone.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Mm.
Wait, loss of taste is Alzheimer's?
Yeah, in early sign
never
of
heard that.
Alzheimer's.
Well, there was like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
heard
but
that.
loss of taste has to be connected to like 700 different things as well. It can't just be. a
Yeah.
loss of
Yeah.
taste.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure COVID is loss
Yeah.
of taste as well, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
people out
it
here
is.
getting caught like I
Wow.
don't forget shit.
But the COVID virus like specifically attacks taste and smell. That's like a kind of
Yeah.
a unique thing it
Yeah.
does. Yeah. Mhm.
That's the
Yeah.
only
I
thing.
wonder
The only
why.
thing that my roommate got is loss of taste and smell. He's in the risk group too, but he only got that. That's really good.
My close friend got it, and he hasn't been able to taste or smell for like 5 months now.
Dude, that
Really?
shit scares the shit out of me.
It's
Yeah.
so
The-
sad.
There's some,
I've
there's some really
never-
good long-term effects. Yeah.
The long-term COVID stuff, they call them the long haul people. Like, there's people that have like problems breathing, like fatigue for months after they get it. That shit scares the shit out of me. That's why I said I'll push a grab over for that vaccine. Like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like, dude, I don't want that
Fuck.
long haul shit.
Don't worry, you'll forget
Oh.
about it later.
Dude, yeah, I'm getting the vaccine ASAP, dude. Fuck this shit. I don't want to deal. I also just don't want to like. I don't know. I try and go and get coffee every now and then in LA. I have to wear my mask. Fucking like 5
I think
doses
you
of
still
hand
gotta wear a
sanitizer.
mask though, right?
Hell,
was that?
I don't go
I
out
think you
for
guys
coffee
you still
anymore.
gotta wear a mask if you get the vaccine though. I think.
Oh
There's,
yeah,
like, a
but no,
question
no.
given
I'm
to
so I'm still I'm planning. Here's my thought. I'm planning on full on wearing masks long after COVID's done. Like if I'm
think a lot of
traveling
people are.
anywhere, I'm wearing masks.
Mhm.
Like
Like,
Me
that's a
too.
fashion thing.
all of the mega cities in like Southeast Asia, Japan, China. I mean, granted, a lot of them do it for air quality reasons, but like all of them have been doing this and have been way better about like public hygiene than us. And like, I don't know, dude. Like, I'm just gonna wear a mask in public, dude. Public's gross these days. There's gonna be COVID 2 coming out anyways, so.
COVID too.
No.
The sequel.
Well, think
Yeah.
well, it's a SARS.
Wasn't there already a
it's
mutation
SARS
in the UK?
I heard
Yeah.
CG Project
Yeah.
Red is already working on it.
It's
No. Next COVID is gonna come in like 80 years or maybe like 60 years. So we're gonna have it when we're old.
Well, if it's coming from then it's gonna be rushed and it's not gonna work very well. So, I'm kidding. I love you, CG Project Red. You guys are great.
Oh baby.
I can't roast other game devs. I realize that. So that's
Wait,
strike
really?
one, so.
Not after what they did? Damn.
It's
you
just
talking
probably not in
about-
good taste. Actually,
wait.
I'll roast them. Yeah, I think they pushed their launch too much, and
I think
they
they're-
fucked up.
Their only real mistake was I think they tried to go to consoles. I think if they had stayed to PC, they would have been fine. They're just too ambitious. Like
Yeah,
having to go to
pro-
every
well,
single.
Right, and the problem is
You
that
know more about this probably because
the problem is
Yeah.
you're right. The problem is the box product, right? Like if they
Yeah.
had just pushed the PC launch and delayed the console launch, but the problem is they can't do that, right? Because Microsoft, Sony would be so pissed if they pushed the PC version and not the console ones. They'd be so upset about it, right? So if they were going to delay it, I think at a certain point they had to just give themselves more time. And I know they'd already delayed it a few times, but they had to just realize that with the state of like COVID, people would be more understanding. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were scared that everybody like flipped shit the last time they delayed it.
Yeah, but they were gonna flip shit no matter what, right? Like it got to the point where it was like you just can't
There's
make
too much
anybody
hype around
happy.
it, like,
yeah, exactly. I totally feel that way. I vibe that. Like that's like I feel like there was no way to get that game in a good place. No matter what came out, it was just gonna be disappointing because people were so hyped about it.
Do
I
you
was
feel like this might be?
mean-
Devin, do you at all feel like it's somewhat similar to No Man's Sky? Because I feel like that was amazing marketing team, and then devs that maybe weren't exactly keeping up with the marketing that they put out. Like they promised something huge, and they did a great job of hyping people up, which is what.
Hey,
marketing
happy
teams are
holidays,
supposed to do.
everybody.
Not every game does
Hey,
that.
I hope you guys
Yeah.
did your thing.
Seems
I wonder
like-
if No Man's
That's
Sky
a lot
was
of love from the
much more
Scuff
of, like, an
podcast. Cash App,
intentional-
hearts and chat
Well, I
for
mean, like,
Cash
Cyberpunk
App,
spent
hearts and chat for the
$120
Scuff
million on
podcast.
the
I love you
dev
guys.
team, right? Like, they
Hey,
really
happy
went hard on
holidays,
this.
guys.
I just think that they were very.
That's a lot of
ambitious.
money given out.
They like it's
I hope
hard
it
to make
changes
an
some of
open
your lives.
world with that much happening.
I mean,
and
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, I think Cyberpunk like in 6 months is gonna be a great game. Like I think it's gonna have DLC, the bugs are gonna be fixed, and things like that. But like if you look at most of the games that we play, like the top 10 games on Twitch, all of them besides Fortnite are over 5 years.
Remember,
old.
you can
World of
only win
Warcraft,
once, guys.
League of Legends,
So if you've already won, there's no point in spamming.
Yep, GTA 5, Path of Exile, Warframe, like all of the top games they've had a long time to sort of percolate and get better. But we don't expect that of like these new releases. So like Cyberpunk has to be like the best thing it's supposed to be right off the bat.
By that logic, chess is gonna be trending again soon. The old
Yo,
game.
I'm waiting for Chess 3.0. I'm really excited about it. It's
yeah,
gonna be
they,
good. Yeah.
Chess
they
Chess
need to
2.
nerf- They need to nerf
Yeah,
Knight.
Chess 2.
But my issue though with
Nerf
like
Knight.
with the release of something like Cyberpunk, and to Devin's point about like the biggest games, the problem is the biggest games that are out now are not games like Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk and some of these other big releases are closer to the launch of a movie or the launch of a big book. They're a giant narrative piece that, like, no one expects someone to be a Cyberpunk streamer in 6 months, right? Like, you expect to play through the majority of the story, maybe the side quest, and then you're done with it, right? Like, something like League or Fortnite or Valorant, any of these things, they can be out there and can have some shitty patch, some bad bugs. You know, shit can go right.
Oh, no, I
you
know
it's gonna
about
be. Oh yeah. Anyone who's played League knows about that. I'm sure. Sure, Dom does.
Yeah, there's been a bad patch going on since about season 9. But
Okay, shut the fuck up.
we're just waiting for it to come through.
But the point is, League and all these games are not. Then this is actually the industry needs to start thinking about games this way, which is there are games that are games almost as sport or as hobby that are these long-term activities that people are just going to continuously do, that the devs are going to continuously update, versus a more narrative-driven experience, something like The Last of Us or The Last of Us 2, or in this case, Cyberpunk, that you actually have to deliver the best experience right from the get-go because it's like a story. And I think that's where they had to just get it right the first time.
Yeah,
that's too. Like from my perspective, I didn't realize how much bugs would actually ruin my like immersion in the game or like my experience in a game like that. But if you're playing a game that's like super narrative driven, you need to be like invested in what's happening. And the fact that there was like so many different bugs, like, so I played it for 6 hours on stream. I planned out that I was going to stream it for like 3-4 days. I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to, like, everyone's been hyping me on this game. I'm going to play it for 3 to 4 days on stream. I played it for 6 hours. I crashed like 4 different times where it literally, because I was playing on a console, it completely just crashed. You had to like reload the game, and then you had to like redo part of the story that you've already done before. There was like three of those experiences that happened within like about 4 hours of gameplay, and I just turned it off and just was done with it. I'm like, fuck it, man. I'll just watch like League VODs or some shit, or play League. I'll do anything else besides
I'm
play
pretty
it.
sure they're like refunding the PlayStation
Yeah.
version, aren't
I
they?
applied for
They
one, but
are,
like,
yeah.
They're
Which
refunding,
is
and now there's
unprecedented.
and there's a
Yeah.
lawsuit against them now from their own investors.
Yeah, that feels. I mean, I guess the console version was really that bad. I didn't see it. It was really that bad.
It was really
Okay.
No,
bad.
it is bad. It
Yeah.
is bad. It's very, yeah.
So like
God
I
damn.
literally just couldn't get the game to like function properly. Like I literally would just crash every like 2.5 missions. And the thing that'd be so lame is like it's supposed to be this prologue where you're talking to a bunch of people and you're supposed to be getting invested in the story. And then you complete a section, you crash, you have to redo it again. And it's like, dude, I don't want to fuck it. I want to like actually be able to play the game at some point. Instead, I'm just like re-listening to like the same story. I'm like skipping half the dialogue. It's just not something that like keeps you invested inside of it. Yeah.
And Dom deals with the League client on a daily basis, so you know that this means something.
Yeah, that's purgatory. Dude, I watched this video, like the craziest bug I saw in Cyberpunk. Guys driving a motorcycle and a car like is rolling like in the air, hits him, which makes him wanted. So the cops start shooting him. He like lands, and then like a guy walks out of the car up into the air, like he's walking in the air, and then he stands up and he goes, "Hola!" and then his head explodes and the whole car explodes. And I'm like, this game is so fucked up.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that game seems pretty busted. I don't know. I really enjoy it on the PC for what it's worth, but
yeah,
I
actually,
do have a lot of bugs.
I was gonna say I played the PC version, and I have a decent like gaming PC. I thought it played really good. I really enjoyed the game, but I was gonna say even without any, I didn't experience any major bugs. Like everything aside, I thought the game was really good when it doesn't have any bugs. I still don't think it lived up to the hype that was built up, and I think that's the other problem. It was just too hyped.
Well, it was also
good ass marketing.
Well, it was marketed as it was gonna appeal to everyone, right? It's like, dude, you gotta play Cyberpunk. Like, do you like guns, cars, stories, people, like women, anything? Like, if you like any of these, you'll like Cyberpunk. And then it turns out it's like, wait, it's literally just like hours and hours of dialogue. And if you don't like a story, like narrative-driven game, you're just not gonna enjoy it.
Their marketing budget was 1-to-1 apparently. So they spent which is really high. Yeah, it's like absurdly high. So they spent just as much money on the game development as they did with their marketing budget. Their marketing budget was over $100 million.
The other thing that fucks me up is like it's insane to me that like and you know, Blah, maybe you can speak more to it, that like these companies are spending like hundreds of millions of dollars on these game development, but our fucking ADHD is getting worse and worse every day. Like we saw the Fall Guys stuck around for like how long. So I can't believe that all this money is
Wow.
getting pumped into these games, and they just don't have the same longevity that they did 5 years ago. And now the game...
at the same time, Cyberpunk sold its weight in. Now I don't know how
the
this is going to be
first
with
day.
refund. Yeah, the first day. Yeah, so they made profit on the game the first day, but that includes consoles. So now I don't know what's going on with the refunds. I'm sure they're still.
Are there
I
in-game
I
believe
think
it.
they're gonna be fine.
They're still raking it. Don't worry.
Yeah, like I
and
mean,
they're gonna do a
no,
DLC or something.
that's a good question. But like, so when I worked for PlayStation, I mean, like, there's a little bit more of like a standard kind of AAA model for this, where it's like, to Devin's point, it's like, hey, they have a set amount for development, and then they have a set amount of marketing, and then they expect to make a certain amount of revenue based off initial sales, then maybe a little bit more trickle in from DLC later. For the like other games that are like the games of the service, it gets like a little bit like trickier. Like I'm pretty sure Fall Guys still crushed it, right? I think the thing is, the problem is all games are crushing it right now. Like games right now is just an insane industry, so everyone's crushing it. So it's like, it's almost like, to what degree are you doing that well, right? Like no one's pulling numbers like the 4 devs from Inner Sloth and what they've done with Among Us, right? Like that's the most insane story.
That's crazy.
And yeah, some like again, Cyberpunk probably. Yeah, I mean, like I would say Cyberpunk will probably be the biggest failure, only because of the refunds. If it wasn't for the refunds, I actually think they certainly made up their money.
You could be
I don't
right,
think many
games
people are
and-
gonna do refunds. I don't
did.
think that's. Yeah. Okay, but
I think a lot. I think a lot of
so.
people.
You don't
I think a lot
matter.
of people are gonna do refunds.
You know, TV shop and stuff. It's every time. It's like you get your money back if you don't like it. Nobody has like.
So-
Nobody has.
Girl,
They
I
wanna-
got an email for a class action lawsuit against Bumble. It said I was gonna get $9. I submitted that shit. You better believe that.
Did you get your $9? Or?
There's
Hey, it's coming.
There's a bunch of stats in marketing, and Candyland's actually 100% right. Like even on like fucking dog shit like products, like the most dog shit you could imagine, the max return rates are like 2 to 5%. They're really low. Like because a person feels like if they feel guilty for like returning it, it's like, and they get it in their head, and so they don't do it. So that's why a lot of these.
And also they're lazy.
Yeah, they're lazy. That's the thing. People can't be bothered to return shit.
Have y'all
Yeah.
ever met a person that actively returns stuff and you're like, wow, you're like a different breed? Like I was like, I need to go to the post office. She had 2 different boxes of dresses she was returning. I was like, oh my God, you're not
People
gonna
who
just throw it
resell
away?
and stuff like that, like clothing
Yeah.
or stylists.
What my dad does is he has a blender and then he's used the same blender when his blender breaks.
box.
So he buys a new
I don't
blender and then
know.
changes the box.
My dad does too.
Your dad is literally a thief. What the fuck? Like,
Bose, this is why you have all those. This is why you have all those
Romanian
dildos.
dads.
This is why you have all those dildos, because they kept shipping to you in boxes. You never return them.
That's true. That's true. I never did anything with them either. I
Yeah,
didn't.
that's like that's typical behavior. Like it's,
There's gotta be something good I can do with all those. They're just chilling.
Wait,
I'm sure you can figure something out.
I'm literally missing the story here. What the fuck?
I had a sex subscription box that like every month, you know how they just kind of like repeat stuff, and I just let it run because like I don't know. And they just kept sending me dildos and a few other things every month. And then it got to a point where I had a pet sitter coming and I was trying to like clean all my shit up, and I realized I just had this box of dildos. And so like I had to hide them. I put them in a suitcase basically, but that was just the point that I realized how many that I kind of collect. They're not used. I always have to say that.
You
They're
should
not.
ship it to Moist
Disclaimer.
Critical as a Christmas present.
We talked about this.
That's right.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
we
this
spoke
is-
about this last week.
Yeah, it turns out
No,
Moist
I
Critical
didn't
has like
know
an
that.
insane dildo collection. Like it's like disconcerting how large his dildo collection is.
His is a
Pretty
collection.
funny.
Mine is a burden. Okay.
Yeah. His is like a
You
spiritual
gotta embrace
journey.
him like he does.
He's
Wait,
like
but
on
why?
a mission. Why does Moist Critical have a dildo collection?
Yeah.
Sponsored
Actually,
by
why
Adam
does
and
he? Why does he have it? I don't.
Eve. He said
I
he
don't
was
know.
sponsored by
likes
Adam and
them.
Eve.
Yeah, but he had it before
Nobody
that.
knows.
Oh, okay. So he did a YouTube video where he was trying to dude perfect dildo shots. He would throw them off his like he'd
Oh,
throw
to
them
get
off
him
his
to stick,
balcony.
yeah.
Yeah. And so I think that's where it started. And then from there he got an Adam and Eve sponsorship, and it just like rolled out of control.
He's
That's
just
my
been
take on
collecting them for forever.
Now he
I've
has
only
a
had-
giant human-sized one.
Honestly,
You guys
things,
collect anything?
of things to collect, that's kind of a cool collection. Honestly,
Agreed.
like it's like I feel like it's a cool thing to display. I feel like there's a lot of variety.
If you're in a
Dildos? Dude,
if you're in a
wait, I have-
long-term relationship, If you're like, I think if I'm inviting like a girl over, I might open my closet and like a 300 dildos fall out. Like,
You're like, this is the real me.
What the fuck?
Okay, which is worse for the girls? You go over to a guy's place if he has a dildo collection or like anime figure collection. Which one are you more concerned about?
Oh,
see?
Anime.
What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck?
I
Dildo
love
fucking
weed.
I love weed.
That's
What are we talking
about.
about?
No, because they know
They
if
said
they see
weebs
dildos,
out.
that means that dude probably trying to plead the fuck out of them. So that's why they like, dildo. That's all
Yeah,
right.
see?
Yeah,
Oh,
or
I was
trying to
thinking, I
plead
don't care if guys
please
are
the
butt
fuck out of
stuff.
himself. One of the two.
True.
I don't know.
True.
Sorry,
I feel like 300 dildos is more fucked up than some anime.
real quick,
I
quick.
agree.
If you guys won the Cash App, tweet out hashtag ScuffedPod. Hashtag ScuffedPod. 2,700 winners tonight. 27.
Damn.
Hashtag
shit.
ScuffedPod. Get us
Damn.
trending. I don't know where Train went, so I gotta say it. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
300
do you-
dildos.
That
Yeah.
boy knocked out in the bathroom. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what's
Do
going
any
on.
of you guys collect anything?
Mm,
Wait, can I show you guys the coolest fucking thing
I will
got?
dominate collects the blood of
you
nerds.
did those?
Wait, I collect what?
The souls of nerds. All the people you farm in League of Legends. Yeah.
What the fuck? Alright, I'll take. I feel like it's supposed to be a
Probably
compliment,
collect
but I
bandit
don't know
tags of
about
anything.
it.
It's
We'll
a-
take
I
it.
don't-
We'll take it.
You farm nerd tiers in League of
Okay,
Legends.
we'll take. Okay, sure.
It's a compliment.
I don't have one yet, but I started one. Somebody gave me this, and I thought it was crazy. Do you guys know? Hold on. So they gave me this, and it's like a basketball card, and I was like, okay, right? Do you guys know who the Menendez brothers are?
No.
It was a crime in the night. This is a true crime thing. Okay, I fucking they killed their parents in the 90s, and it was a hugely publicized case. They killed their parents for money because they were millionaires. So the day of the murders, they tried to create an alibi by going and getting front seats to the Knicks game. And in the card, you can see the two guys right there
Oh
the
my
day that they killed their
God.
parents.
Oh
So
my
somebody
God.
creepy.
Oh yeah, we have heard of this. Yeah.
Yeah, they're right there on the card the day.
Oh, so
of.
they're like crime cards.
I mean, this is just a regular basketball
They-
card
yeah.
for Mark Jackson, but they happen to be in the
But it's
photograph. that
special
was
God.
based on-
Oh, that's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, somebody
Wait,
got this for me. This is a
So how did
crazy
they
gift.
kill them
That's
if they
pretty
had an alibi?
They
They killed
did
their
it
brother?
themselves. They broke into their house and shot them with shotguns. I went to the house
That's
2
so
weeks ago.
fucked up. Oh yeah, I
Wait,
was
you went
gonna
to the
ask you
house?
about those.
Yeah,
Visiting your
there's-
crime scenes.
It was in Beverly Hills. I just went to the house because I wanted to check it out. So I don't know. I just
Wait,
fucking
and
went there.
is the house shut down now, or isn't it rented out or something?
Yeah,
or
somebody lives
museum?
there.
Oh,
That's spooky.
Yeah. it was
Yeah,
real
wow, I
creepy.
would never live there.
Same.
Yeah.
No
They
comments,
fucking-
I guess.
That's
They
the real
killed their
estate key.
parents and tried to stage it as a mob hit. They literally shot their parents in the kneecap with a fucking shotgun, dude. Like,
my
and somebody
God.
Wait, so they're
lives in that
brutal about
house.
it.
Yeah, it was real
wow!
brutal.
Did they
Can I have
hate
the
their
card?
parents?
They just wanted the
That
money.
is psycho.
Spoiled, greedy little kids.
I feel like what is the
Mhm.
point of like? I mean, if your parents have that much money, and as long as like, I mean, assuming that they live at their house or like there's still good relationships with their parents, what the fuck is the point? Like, what are you
Yeah.
gonna do with the money that's so crazy?
They probably
Yeah.
didn't have a good relationship though. They're like,
Wait,
Yeah.
but they are on the what's it called? Like when they died, the testimony or whatever it's called.
Mhm.
Will.
They would have been on the will,
Will,
but like,
yeah. But if they're
Oh,
still
yeah.
on the will, then it means they have a good relationship, so they shouldn't kill them. But if
Their
they have
parents
bad,
were
They
threatening
probably
to get them
wanted
off
it
of the
faster.
they,
Yeah,
they should kill
probably.
them if they ain't on the will.
yeah,
Candy.
they want. I agree. I think they just want the money faster.
Ah, I'm not even
Yeah.
fucking will. You
Yeah.
dead bitch. Like,
Dude, if you're greedy and your parents send you to college and tell you that you have to pave your own way, but in 30 years you'll get money, then some people are just impatient and they just do it. They were just really fucked up kids. It was a very
Damn.
it's a huge
I just
case.
wonder like what
Insane.
people want that bad because like I don't know. I just
Yeah.
don't want anything that's like super expensive. Like I don't know.
Mhm.
All I need is like a fucking computer, a bed. Like that's about it.
Right.
And then I'm
Don't
good to
you
go.
have some like fucking like BMW nice ass car or some
Okay,
shit, Dom?
yeah,
Shut
but like I
up.
bought. Yeah, but that's
Um,
not something that I
I
bought.
don't really
like,
need anything.
Yeah, I
well,
just
I
get
mean,
my
but that's different. It's like
BMW.
that's completely different though, because like if
Mm.
you have the money, then buying the car, I think is completely different than wanting to like have the money to buy the car. Like it's like I
No,
ended
that
up.
makes sense actually. It's like you already have the
Yeah.
money and therefore you're like, oh, I'll get this, but you're not like striving for that one.
Yeah,
thing.
I
Oh,
wasn't
that
like
makes sense.
striving for that car. Like it was just like, oh,
Your car
I
is
like
sick,
the
but
car,
what-
and then
what
and
kind
then
of
it was
car
like
is it?
responsible decision.
It's not like, but when I say BMW, by the way, guys, it's not like just like a BMW. It's like a nice.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean it was it was like it was 175K, but it was
What the
it's
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a
it's-
nice car. Like
I don't know. I love the car, and it like makes me happy every single day driving it. And at the time where I bought it, it was a responsible decision. So I'm happy with it. It's one of the few things that I enjoy. So might as well take it.
Hey man, yeah, enjoy that stuff. I mean, like, hey, and you earn the money, you earn the car, like, good shit.
Yeah.
Playing our game, you're welcome. I got you, dude.
All right. That's a throwback. People don't know where that comes from, but the CEO of Riot actually.
Oh God, I'm gonna get in trouble for this.
Okay. I mean, so the story is pretty much like the CEO of Riot tweeted out something, and I like responded to it because I thought the timing was really off. Apparently, so what happened was there was like a multi-million-dollar class action lawsuit against Riot Games having to deal with sexism, and then he tweeted out something about like don't stop being a good person because of bad people. He tweeted that out, and I just thought it was super ironic because it's like your company right now is getting sued for like tens of millions of dollars, like I guess it was like a $10 million lawsuit or something for sexism, and you're like virtual signaling.
Yeah.
So I tweeted that out at him, and he responded like, "Congrats on like having a career off a free game that we made." Some like super condescending shit.
Dude, Dom legit got him like butt frustrated. Like he was very upset. I remember that.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Like
I think it's so fucked up though, because the way I see it is the fact like the pro players and the streamers and people that invested into the game, like it was like a mutual beneficial relationship for both of the people. It's like the company is benefiting, and so are the people doing it. Like if the pros don't have personalities, if the pros aren't hype, and people don't actually give a fuck about that scene, then they're not going to watch the game, then they're not going to buy the skins, then the game is not going to make as much money. So it seems super off that a company is like shitting on the people that helped make the game popular in the first place.
I think he was just like temporarily ass pained. He deleted the
tweet. He was just bummed. I mean, there's a reason he deleted it. And like,
I will say this. I will say this.
A human moment, like.
Yeah, and you might not believe me on this, Tom. I unironically think like you and Meryl would actually get along pretty well. Like he's actually like a really real dude. But I think that's the thing. Is like he feels, he probably feels some of the same. Like he's not it's probably not good sometimes with like his words. Sometimes like he's not a robot. Like dude feels and says shit because he like is an actual person.
Sure. I mean that's fine. I mean it's not like I fucking hold it against him for his entire life.
I'm gonna get the two of you in a league game. That's my plan. I'm not even kidding. I am going.
Wait, when was this? When was this?
This was August of 2019, something like around
like a year or two.
Have you talked to him since?
I don't talk to the guy. Like I don't have a relationship like that. Like the most I ever saw him was like when I was a pro at some events. I think he handed me a medal once when our team got like second at IEM, something like that. Like
was that before or after?
Way before.
Way before. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, does anyone think Train's just passed out?
Wow. I wanted to say something, but
I think I'm gonna have to call him. Yeah,
he
pretty
said
sure
10 minutes, and it's probably
what is
been
it
like.
doing?
I think he fell asleep taking a shit.
there's no way it's the shit.
Oh,
It would not
no
be
way.
it would be
he
not be the
has
first
to
time.
fall asleep, dude.
Yeah.
He left
Wouldn't
the
be
chat
first time.
emote only.
He's the only streamer who pulls off a 2.5-hour stream without even being.
20,000 viewers, emote only. Like
Emote only. Just starting
we can change it.
Not there.
I'll check. Hold on.
I think we put on the email only so that he can so that people don't spam their cash tags because the giveaway's over. That's why we did that.
Yeah,
but we can put it back now. Or
There's
back freedom.
I'm crying.
Yeah, if you guys want it.
Hi guys.
You're
Merry Christmas, chat. How you doing?
Merry Christmas, friends.
Christmas.
Yeah, we'll free them.
Do you have any plans today? Are you gonna just be home or tomorrow? I guess it's for you.
I'm doing fuck all, man. I got no friends, no family, no nothing.
Yeah.
You guys are my
We're
Christmas.
streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who else is gonna be streaming on Christmas?
I'm gonna be streaming, but
What is everyone's
Christmas was
Christmas
yesterday for
stream?
me.
Oh.
You're streaming American Christmas also, right?
Yeah. I didn't stream
Mhm.
yesterday. It was I was with my family or with just my close family.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys streaming for Christmas?
I'm gonna watch
Anything
YouTube
festive?
videos and talk. I'm talking about advanced YouTube algorithms tomorrow.
I actually watched those. I'm not gonna lie. I had to write a college essay, and I had to make it seem like the business part of streaming, and I just like plagiarized your YouTube video.
That's a huge compliment, actually. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
I was like, yeah, the algorithms and diversifying the platforms. Just word by word from him. I'm like, macro marketing.
What did you
Did you
get?
pass or fail?
Yeah, what did you get?
I haven't turned it in yet. I have till January 1st. Oh,
I should have just said you failed. It's like, yeah, I got a 57%.
Yeah, we'll find out if I get in a few months. But I'm probably not gonna go to college, so it doesn't matter.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm gonna keep my options open. But with streaming,
remember,
yeah, a college dropout is better than a high school graduate.
Thank you.
So we're aiming like I'm applying to Stanford, but I'm not gonna get in. They just go there for 6 months and then drop out and then continue to stream. That's
interesting. Okay.
To be fair, I feel like college degrees are worth. My take is college degrees are worth less now than they were worth like probably 5 years ago, and they are worth less then than they were worth like 10, 20 years ago.
I feel like
they're
everybody has a
continuing to go
bachelor
down.
right now, right?
Back, sorry.
You can't do anything with the bachelor
He's
anymore.
alive.
Oh my god, we thought you like fell asleep.
I wasn't
Train, you
sleeping. I
guys
was
okay?
No, I was waiting for my phone to charge because I have to talk to Cash App and finish everything. But yeah, you're good.
Oh, I thought you fell asleep taking a shit.
No.
Yeah, we all
You can't
thought
just
you were
plug
dead
that
on
into your
the
I am way. Listen, I'm way too like wired and fried to sleep. Like I've hit the point of a second wind, where like my body's dead, but like no shot. Like if you bring like hey, bring me the KGB, CIA, and the goddamn Mossad. I'm Jason Bourne. I'm
What?
1v3. You understand?
Jason
No.
Boredom.
Jason Bourne.
Boredom.
Yes.
Train, when was the last time you saw the sun?
2 days ago.
2 days. Okay, that's good. You should.
He's like watching Vampire Diaries, so he doesn't. He's a vampire now.
I walked.
Yeah.
I walked my haircut. I'm just really tired. If I like slept, I'd look better tomorrow. Trust me.
You always look good, baby.
Thank you. Bro. I'm fucking fried though. Yeah. So continue your conversation. It's actually very pleasant. I was listening to it in bed.
That's hot.
So were you?
Yeah.
What, the dildo one
Knox
or
face
which
it.
one?
Bullshit.
Yeah. Keep
Yeah.
going. I like that. Keep going. Keep talking.
I don't even know. I remember.
About what? What do we? True Blood is the best vampire show.
The blood's okay. Yeah.
True Blood is
Okay.
so good.
It's okay.
I'm trying to remember. There was this really old school one for boomers like 30 years ago, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
the
It's
name of
sorry
it.
guys. It's an auto ad thing. I don't know for December.
Buffy
It's
the
just how it is.
Vampire Slayer?
Oh,
No, not. It's older than that. A little bit older than that. I'm trying to remember.
Believe me, I don't play ads on my podcast. I don't need to. I don't know why. Like, do any of you guys have a December like auto ad thing?
Yeah.
Are you sure that's not? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Never mind. Okay.
Twitch-
Yeah, it's an
Twitch is
auto ad
always
for
doing
December.
auto
So,
ads.
so like you select it and it plays. Like I could choose 1/62 every minute, or I could do 2 minutes every 20 minutes. I just do 2 minutes every 20 minutes.
Wait.
Everyone complains.
1/62 every minute.
Yes.
You're not supposed to. It's because they want you to run them when nothing's going on, but in the podcast,
It's because the
always on.
pre-rolls
What
come
both
in,
just do.
right? I try talking to them to tell them to take it off the podcast, and I'll do it from my personal streams. But unfortunately, the engineers weren't as accommodating in that category, so it just sucks.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to be that you're supposed to like run it between games when people are playing like whatever?
Yeah, but it's not like
Yeah.
designed for the podcast. But like, I
Yeah.
can't turn it off. Really sucks.
I do it when I pee.
That's
Me
good.
too,
Run
which
the
is every
ads.
second.
Yeah.
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 So, today's Christmas. Any plans to go anywhere? Or are you guys all staying? Like, Botez sisters, are you guys in Austin?
Yeah, we're in
Yeah.
Austin. We're not going back because travel isn't a great idea right now.
Yeah, it's not. Are you guys like downtown, or are you guys like middle of nowhere?
We're pretty close.
Yeah, right now we're near downtown, but we're just in an Airbnb. We're finally moving soon.
Nice. Yeah, downtown's the way to go. I'm telling you, if you go and live, like everybody else here in the middle of nowhere.
In the houses.
Yeah, we visited
The
Miz,
gamer
like
house
the
is
random
Yeah.
suburbs.
I remember I first drove to Miz's house. I'm telling you, I saw a fucking camel. I saw a couple goddamn fucking
Yeah, It's dead silent over there.
locust. Yeah,
That's
just like what the
great.
fuck. It's terrible.
Dude,
It's
I-
terrible.
I feel like that's the wrong area. So when I looked in Austin, because I'm moving to Austin in like 2 weeks, and
Hey,
Well,
welcome.
join the
Hey,
party.
me too, but not 2 weeks, like a couple months.
Oh,
Are
you
you
actually
Come to Austin.
Dude,
When
I've
I
been trying to
looked-
get Destiny to move. He's going to fucking Miami.
there's
I'm like, why are you not going to
her.
Austin?
Miami's pretty sick. I'm from Miami. Yeah.
You're
I
from
love
Miami?
Yeah, I'm from Miami originally.
Damn, you're wild.
Lived there for like 17 years, something like that.
Damn.
Why are you moving to
Imagine
Texas?
Austin
Dumb.
turns into like a mega streamer city.
It
It's
will.
I mean, it's
pretty
getting
much-
there.
already
Like,
there.
yeah.
Who
So
wants to
many
get
streamers are moving right now.
to get fucked by taxes in LA if they don't
Yeah,
have
dude,
to?
Exactly.
LA is
Dude, I have-
so expensive too.
I'm
Holy
fine
So-
with that so
so
hard. That's why I got
disgusting.
out after we sold CLG. I literally was like, I looked at my fucking amount that I had to pay back to California. I was like, yeah, I'm never coming here again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what is it? It's like 13% now, something like
I
that.
paid 12, yeah, and I heard they're trying to raise it again. Yeah.
Yep.
So I ended up paying 12, and then I paid a lot of ordinary income tax and a little bit of capital gains. I got fucking reamed.
Is that on personal or S corp?
Both, because we sold the way we sold CLG ended up shaking out a little bit of ordinary income, a lot of ordinary income tax, and a little bit of long term. So it was a nightmare. And now I'm in Washington, and here I will stay.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's the place to be. for
Doesn't
that.
Washington have pretty
No state
bad
tax.
state income tax?
No, it doesn't exist.
No,
state
yeah, they
income
don't
tax.
have state income tax. Yeah, that's the whole point.
Washington's
Are you
great.
in the White House, Washington? Like that
I am
one?
in
The one-
No,
Seattle,
that's the-
Washington. So it's the less boring one over on the like on the edge of
the
America.
Canada
top,
one.
The top
Yeah.
left. Yeah, the Canada one. Yeah.
Seattle's pretty
That's
nice.
so beautiful. I see pictures from there. It's so beautiful there. I want to go there.
We have a lot of hippies.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really nice.
Mm.
Seattle's like one of my favorite cities I've ever been to.
If you
So
like
nice.
rain,
Wow.
place is fucking great. And I wish there was a bigger streamer community here. There's like no one here.
You got Dean so cool.
Oh yeah, Dean's here.
Oh, Dean.
And we
We were pretty close
Yeah.
to Seattle,
love
kind
Dean.
of.
Yeah,
Austin is
Dean's
there, I
around.
think,
Oh, really?
right? And Miyamoto.
Austin is close. He's in Oregon.
Wait,
Yeah, it's
really?
not bad.
Austin's like a
It's
random
like a
ass
couple hour
place.
drive.
You would
Yeah. I
think
thought
after
Austin
this
was in
long,
Austin.
yeah, like after no, after this long of running the show he runs, all the kids he hangs out with, right? Like you would think he'd already be in LA by now, and the dude's still in like some, I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Austin
He's
is
doing his own
in
thing.
Oregon?
No, yeah, Austin show.
Oh, dude, I should go do mushrooms with him. Oregon, you get mushrooms in illegal. You get mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
You get
should.
mushrooms in Oregon now for
Yep.
legally. Yeah,
Oh, goddamn.
Can you like
One's
buy
like
them from
a-
a dispensary?
30-minute drive. You can buy mushrooms. Yeah, they're decriminalized in
Devin, we
Oregon
about to hang out. I'm coming up there.
now. You're most
Yeah.
welcome. Yes, you should. Yeah, it's Seattle's crazy, dude. Like this year for Seattle, man, we had some motherfuckers just walk into the center of the fucking city and be like, we just are gonna live here now, and they just took over the city for like 2 months.
Wait,
And
what?
they called it the Seattle Occupation Zone or
Right,
like
That's
right.
happening in
yeah.
Portland too.
Yeah,
Sounds like
what's
yeah, it
called
was
Devin?
the
Uh,
Chaz.
Shit.
The
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
Yeah, and then so I actually went down there and I streamed it. Like I did like an IRL stream and walked around. They had like a fucking garden. They had like fucking they were playing drums and shit. Like it was crazy. Eventually all the cops had to come in and fucking kick everybody out.
Yeah, it's
They like
crazy.
took over
This
a
has been
park
a
for 2
wild
months.
experience.
This year has been a shit show.
Hopefully 2021's better.
Yeah. I
When
hope
do
so,
you
too.
guys think
I'm keeping my
things
hopes
are going to be
low.
back to normal? And I know it's going to happen kind of gradually, but when do you think you're going to wake up one day and you'll be like, oh yeah, this is
This
September.
summer,
I
I
don't
think this
know.
summer.
August or September is my call.
Yeah,
Really?
same. I
I
think
just
so
want to
too.
go to TwitchCon this year. That's
Because
all I want.
It's
TwitchCon should be
already-
normal.
Is it?
TwitchCon's not gonna happen.
Oh shit.
Because
This
you have
year?
to I don't think so. Because you have to book stuff very far in advance, and all the conventions canceled for like years to come. So all that stuff.
But
has to be-
TwitchCon was
everything's
fun.
open.
I think
I do.
I will
Coke.
bet
Do you
you
understand
that,
that?
they will have TwitchCon this year because I think they have. Don't they have a good deal with the? They already had it built out with
San Diego
the San Diego.
for 5 years.
Yeah, so I think they and I don't think anyone else is going to take that slot. So I think they. And when do they run it, Devin? Is it like
September.
October, November?
Yeah,
Oh, if it's
end of
September, yeah, maybe not actually. I don't know.
Yeah.
If it was
I'm-
October, November, yes, but like I think most things are expected to be back to normal by like around August, September. And
They
it really
could
depends
push
how many
it-
people take the vaccine too.
It does, yeah. Since we have a less than 60% adoption rate for vaccine right now.
Adoption? Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
The amount of people that will actually take it, like voluntarily.
Wait,
Jesus.
Train,
So-
I thought you
so-
just replied to that. Holy
4
fuck,
in
on
10
Twitter?
people will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Nico messaged 21 Savage to ask for permission, and he responded. He said yes.
Like in 20 minutes, right? In 2
Yeah,
minutes.
So well, she's
What the hell?
well, she's verified. So I think verified sees
Verified.
verified. Yeah.
Wait, really?
Oh, that's awesome.
Shit, I gotta fucking tweet it.
Yeah, verified sees verified like instantly. That's why like all
Verified
my,
is busted on Twitter.
yeah, all my friends tell me that like all my friends message me like yo T, I'm sorry bro, like I would have responded, but I didn't see your message till, like 8 days later, right? I fucking comment on my friend's post, they're verified, and they don't even see my shit. It just filters into the 10,000 comments they have underneath.
I actually didn't even realize you're not verified. I need to work on that. I'm gonna write myself a note right now.
Dude, she posted a dono wall like under it, and he replied a minute later. Yeah, he quote tweeted it.
Oh,
damn! He gave her the quote tweet. Wait, I'm so curious if her numbers go up after that quote tweet. He has 24 million.
Well, then that means that streamers in general should just be able to play 21 Savage, right?
No,
because it's like I don't know. I don't think you would do anything.
Well, I mean,
like
I feel like if he does have complete control, right? Like he would have to
does.
actually DMCA.
Yeah,
He does.
masters.
Yeah, he could. Listen, at the end of the day, like I think, like I don't want to say for him, but like my vibe is he doesn't give a fuck. But like it just comes down to like how secure you want to be, right? Like
you need to be more worried about like Sony and stuff like that, because if Savage gives like permission, then that means when like Sony DMCAs, you can like look, here's the permission from the guy that owns the masters, you're good. But like if someone doesn't have that. Sony owns the Sony is on the record. Sony's the record label, but Savage has the masters. So yeah, so he's in like a pretty unique position, because usually like people that are musicians usually get pretty fucked and they have to sell their licenses through contracts and stuff. But Savage was really smart about it, and he retained a lot of the use of his licensing, like intentionally. He did it like from the ground up and did different deals, so he's able to give that permission. Most artists at his level are not able to do that.
I think it's gonna be huge for him too. I think it's like
music's gonna be playing, yeah.
Dude, I also just don't understand what the music industry is doing with this shit. I think it's so stupid.
I feel like there's a person out there that could easily develop a website where upcoming musical people, there's so many that are on TikTok now that are making their own thing, can upload their music, and we can pay them $5.99, $10.99 a month to stream their music freely, because we will fucking pay that shit and people will collect it. If somebody builds a platform for this, it's done. It's over.
Why doesn't someone like Pretzel just allow that option to upload things?
You know, dude, you know what else this is crazy too? It would almost knock mainstream music. Like have you guys ever heard a song that has 10,000 views and you're like, holy shit, this is so good. It just didn't have the right push. It didn't have the right marketing behind it. But like there are so many small artists that could use the exposure that we can provide, as well as collect money off of it instead of going through these labels. It's just recreating the industry, and now it's going to recreate the music industry if somebody builds that.
Did you guys see
it would make a lot of money?
In that stimulus relief bill that was going to pass, that they basically turned like streaming music into a felony?
Yeah, that's just insane.
So do you actually can you actually face prison if you listen to
you can
music?
Yeah, so I did a whole show on this, and like it's so the thing is, like, is it ever going to be interpreted that way and enforced that way? Probably not, but by the letter of the law, that is how it works. Basically
it's the same thing as downloading, like when we were young, downloading music and stuff. Probably they threatened with jail too there.
Yeah, it's less that they're actually going to do it. It's more to like put that as a stance of like how against it they are.
Those music lobby shit.
Yeah, well, apparently what happened was that like it was no one actually read that part of the bill when it was submitted, because like there wasn't enough time for like people to actually look at it.
5,500 pages, and it was submitted 2 hours before the deadline to vote.
Yeah, which is like, how is that legal? Like, that just to me doesn't seem like it should be legal. But I don't know anything about fucking politics, so I'm not going to pretend like.
I feel like what's legal and what's just is different, because there's loopholes, and you could do it in a way to just exploit it.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, I think that like should just not be legal. Like, how can people vote on something that they don't get to read? Like, there's no human being that can read 5,500 pages in 2 hours. So, how can that be legal? That people in that position are forced to vote on something that they literally cannot read? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Well, it's so fucked up, like, because the bill like has all this stuff in it from like lobbyists and people, and you think like, oh well, of course you can't say no to the COVID stimulus bill, right? Like, you're not going to vote it down, even if there's a bullshit like clause in it. You're not going to vote it down because then you're the guy that fucking voted against the COVID bill, right? Like,
why does it have anything to do with each other? Like DMCA and COVID.
They don't have to do.
It's just how they push these giant mega bills, right? Where it's like, hey, like we're gonna push this giant stimulus bill, and then someone's like, yeah, cool, well I'll sign it if like I can like tack this thing on. They're like, okay, cool. Yep. And then someone else is like, well, I'm gonna tack this thing on. And usually it's just a ton of shit that like, you know, basically lobbyists are like, oh yeah, and I literally the way it probably works is it's like, oh, we got a giant bill coming up. Lobbyists, what do y'all need? And they send in their fucking list, and then they just tack on all these things to the bills. It's shameless.
That's fucked up.
It is. Yeah. American system is really fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, my boy left again. He went to take another nappy nap.
No
Oh, I knew we were running the show from the beginning. When he said,
I like that.
I said, "Do you want to do a short show?" And he said, "No, let's do this whole thing." That's when I knew that we were all going to be running the show.
Hey, I actually wanted to say this. So I'm stoked to be on the show. I actually want to say I'm really stoked to actually meet you, Devin, because I've followed your stuff, and as someone who's like on the industry, like when I do any like public stuff, it's just me like dicking around on stream or like making up League of Legends data so that the players think that we're intelligent or something. So I don't actually like speak much about industry stuff, but it's actually like really refreshing to see someone where I'm like, oh, like yeah, like this dude fucks, like this dude knows what he's talking about. No, I'm seriously
No, describe it like that.
No, like you guys have to understand, like there are a lot of like people who are like VCs or who are like big execs at various gaming companies or entertainment companies. There's like a lot of like the big movers and shakers in the industry. No one like knows who they are, right? And you'll see like some like random people make comments about stuff online, and you're like, this person's full of shit. And like you just know they have no idea what they're talking about. Like Devin is like pretty fucking legit with what he talks about. I don't think I've ever like seen him do something where I'm like, well, that's just fucking stupid. So that's a good thing.
That's an enormous compliment coming from you. Thank you. I'm aware of your work as well, and I really appreciate that. That's awesome. I kind of like I was really inspired by John by Total Biscuit. Like he created something in the industry, but like where it was like an objective way of covering like industry news that like wasn't really like tailored towards one end. And I was like, that needs to exist. Like it kind of sucks that like that went away when he passed away. So I wanted to kind of recreate that in this vision. And
and Total Biscuit was like one of the like only like real like game reviewers. Like one of the only people who like could objectively like I feel like discuss what video games companies were doing and like actually give a good take on like various games coming out. I feel like we actually kind of lost that sense. And a lot of your stuff focuses more on like industry stuff and less on like game critiques. So yeah.
We polarize stuff super bad. Like I feel like in the industry, people take their feelings with them into like the argument. So like there'll be like an industry issue and it'll be about some Twitch drama and everybody will talk about like the whole simp incel thing, right? Like when we covered that, like everybody talked about the drama around it and like reported about, but like if you actually look into the issue and try to figure out what Twitch was actually trying to say and what they were trying to accomplish, it's a completely different story. So I feel like there's a lot of like stories within stories that are being untold, right? Because like people just skip past it and they go for like whatever gets the most clicks.
But don't you think that Twitch had some possibility of thinking that this could happen and this would be how it's interpreted? Isn't that what PR teams are for?
I think Sarah Clemens, who's the person who said that, the COO, the problem with Twitch's executive team is that they don't broadcast. So they're literally the only executive team of a significant social media platform that doesn't use their platform. If you look at like Jack Dorsey from Twitter, he uses his platform all the time. Even Zucks uses Facebook quite a bit. Even Susan from YouTube does like a lot of collaborations with YouTubers and stuff like that. But you look at Emmett Shear and Sarah Clemens, the CEO and COO, so number 1 and number 2 at Twitch. Like no one even knows who Emmett Shear is. Because that motherfucker has 8,000 Twitter followers and never fucking streams ever. The last stream he did was 8 years ago and was a tech test. So it's like they're so disconnected from the culture that when they talk about it, they don't realize the triggers. They like all of us intuitively know because we're streamers. We know like we can say something and we'll be on LSF the next day because we said something just like in a certain way, right? They don't know that. So they like Sarah like brought up something like, oh yeah, like in her mind, she's thinking like corporate. She's like talking corpo and she's like, here's the context of which we might actually enact some kind of harassment protocol, like if something was utilized in this way. And then everyone goes, oh, that means that like simp is banned. Like if she had been like if she had been connected to her culture and understood Twitch, she wouldn't have said that shit. She would have understood like how to explain it better.
Well, doesn't she have like a team around her?
She the I think the amount that Twitch as staff on the whole like use their platform would surprise you. There are some like Aurelian and like DJ Wheat and people that like really use the platform a lot, but there's a lot of like engineers and people that just like don't even know how it works on the day-to-day. They work on some like esoteric aspect of like the content delivery network or something. Like they never see the platform. It sounds really weird, but that's how it is. Yeah.
As a counterpoint that's on the positive side, look at like whatever's Ryan Wyatt, right? Fwiz for like YouTube gaming.
Fwiz is excellent. Yeah.
He is exactly always on the front lines. He's engaging with all of his creators. And not only that, he like actually does an active job in like hyping them up. Like he's been part of like hyping up Ray and a bunch of the like huge people on YouTube. And like the other thing that blew my mind was when like there was someone at Stadia made some stupid comment or whatever. Oh my God, it was the dumbest thing I ever read about like how it was long story short, like streamers should be paying the game companies. It was something like that. And it was some random person at like one of Stadia's like subsidiary companies or whatever. So, but it looked like a like Stadia exec.
His Twitter was creative director at Stadia. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it looked so bad for Stadia. But the important thing was Ryan immediately, like an hour after, like tweeted out for YouTube Gaming, was like, "No, we're not about that. Like, don't worry, we like Spark." Like, just like no hesitation.
Ryan's no shit. Susan too, the CEO of YouTube, is like she one of the Critical was talking about it last week. Like when he came on the podcast, he was like, Susan just called me, like not for like a collaboration or anything, just literally called. Like imagine if the CEO of Twitch called you guys, like just was like, hey, how's it going? Like, you're one of our biggest streamers, because everyone in this fucking phone call basically is one of the top 0.001% on Twitch. Like, what if somebody, what if like the C-level people just called you and
they
was
should
like,
hire
hey,
a person who should do that.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Like, but they don't give a fuck. Like, it's just like Emmett shows up with this stupid dog in his fucking bow tie and is like, GlitchCon, and then just disappears for fucking 6 months. So stupid, yeah.
I feel like the only thing that they encourage on Twitch is really like snowflake stuff. It's no hard thing.
That's what we see. Yeah. Like what's so disappointing is that there's so many fucking staff members of Twitch that are so passionate about the company that never get to talk or have any kind of presence. Meanwhile, like we've got these just like dispassionate C-level executives that just don't involve themselves with the platform at all. You know, they're like boomer corporate people, which is a boomer corporate person saying that. So I don't know. I think
YouTube gaming's the future. That's my call.
I do too.
Yeah, I also.
I know we're on Twitch now. I stream on Twitch. I just think YouTube gaming's the future, 100%.
100%. There's
I think
200
so because
users
I watched
for everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry, what? Can you?
No, I was gonna say I think so because I watched your video, Devin. So.
Oh.
About it.
Yeah.
I am fried, guys. I'm so sorry.
You okay?
Hi, Train.
I'm just tired. I'm just walking around eating candy.
You're AFK more than you're AFK more than normal. Yeah.
Have you ever like just like been so delusionally tired where you walk around and like just like going to your bathroom is a fucking adventure? It's as if like you stare at the walls as if they're hieroglyphics. You know what I'm talking about?
That's next
shit.
level, Train.
If I'm on mushrooms, yeah, that's going to.
Wait, how long have you been up, Train?
Not too long, like 36 hours.
What?
I think that's long.
Oh,
That's fucked up.
Why did you do that to yourself?
Well,
Did you already stream today too?
I did 15 hours.
Holy fuck, Jesus.
I don't understand how you function like that.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't.
Do you think you're gonna age like
hours
twice
late.
as fast or something?
Or
With all the stress you're putting on your
Well,
body?
fortunately for us men, we age like whiskey, and you women age like milk, so I'll be good.
Holy shit.
Just
All
kidding.
right, well,
just a joke. Relax.
hey, LSF, you heard that shit?
I kind of wish I aged faster. I feel like I want to look. I wish I could grow facial hair.
Dude, I want to see my hair
How
all
old are
gray.
you?
Me too. What the
Low
fuck?
key, I want to see my hair all gray.
You're 32?
Who, me? No, I'm
said me
29.
too.
Oh, okay.
When I
was
first
like,
saw
no
you,
way.
When I first saw you, Blastoise, I thought you were one of the Minecraft boys from YouTube.
Oh
It was like,
Holy.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were like 19. Yeah,
Yeah,
you look really young.
You're that guy
That's not a
Tommy
bad
in it,
thing.
right? That's you?
Yeah.
Kid. I just wish I could, like, my dad has like a full-on like professor beard, and I want like that. I don't know. I just want to look a little older, unless like.
What happens if you don't shave?
It grows out. Like I look like a fucking 14-year-old. It makes me look even. Dude, I'm on TikTok and I see these fucking kids in high school who have like more facial hair.
I think me and you have the same problem, Blastoise.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's like little, like it's like puby. It's like half of them are like blonde and half of them are pubes.
Here's
That's
what
what
I'm
my
saying.
face grows,
Blastoise.
and it looks awful.
Blast, here's what I'm told, okay? I'm told that what we have is actually a blessing. And the people that have beards, they play it off as if like we're some soy boy bitches and it sucks. But realistically, they hate it. You have to wake up every day. You have to shave. You don't shave. You have some ugly ass 9 o'clock shadow. It grows back every day. You and I don't have to worry about shit. We shave it once. We're good for 3.5 weeks. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's just the same. You know, back in the day, like in high school, right? Like if something was really shitty, but the loser didn't have it, right? The loser was us. The cool kids would,
I can relate.
The cool kids would act like that really shitty thing is cool, right? Like for example, I'll give you a good example on this. Like the fact that the parents were never close with him and didn't really care about what he did and would let him drink and hang out and he acted like it was so cool and his parents were awesome, but really he was lonely and sad and depressed that he had no connection with his family, right? But you'd play it off too as if like your connection with your family is just a loser thing to have, right? This is what the facial hair is, right? Everyone's acting like, oh, we have it, you don't, fucking pussy. But in reality, it sucks when they have to shave every fucking morning. It's an extra procedure. Like, take it. I don't need it. My voice is deep. Your voice is squeaky. Go drink a caramel macchiato, right?
That's
Train. Is this because your mustache doesn't connect, man? Is that what's going on?
One of these days it will. One of these days it will. And
you should grow it out.
Train and I are gonna hit 40 and just full on Gandalf wizard beard, you guys, and you're not gonna be ready for it. But it is 3 weeks. That's actually me. I shave every 3 weeks. That's where I'm at.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
what
every
the
3 weeks.
fuck, dude? I got
a good thing.
I got this problem where my hair is disappearing right here and growing on my chest instead. I fucking hate it. I don't know what the fuck to do. Dude, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like my hair on my chest is getting like absurdly long and I have to like cut it and then like my hair is disappearing on my head and I'm like, no.
Devin, you should wear a hat and then get a shirt with a cutout.
You think so?
Yeah, just do that. Easy.
Dude, by the way, I've seen these guys getting the hair transplants and they look fucking amazing. And I'm like,
gonna do it.
100% same. If my hair ever goes, 100%.
I'm gonna do it. I'm either doing that or I'm going bald. I'm gonna become a cue ball dude. Either one of the two. I'm not going halfway. I'm not gonna get like
the Johnny Sins approach. Well, you are going to the gym, so go full Johnny Sins and just get ripped and bald.
I'd be like a Joe Rogan, like a fucking fat, like a big like ripped gnome. Like
yeah, I think that look good for you.
Bald everything. Yeah, that'd be sick.
I feel like you have to be jacked if you're going bald. If not, you just look like
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's over.
Frail.
It's over for you.
Like a Q-tip.
Like a Q-tip. I don't know.
Real quick, I want to interject here because I know the Botez sisters have to go soon and the podcast is going to be a short one anyways. We haven't talked to them forever. You know, I have a little bit of second, third win energy here. How's everything? How was the move to Austin? Like, did you guys drive? You fly? How did you get everything over here? U-Haul?
Oh, well, we're not very prepared. We pretty much.
What do you mean? I bought my ticket the day
Everything
before.
is last. Now we have to move in 3 days. We picked out our place today. We didn't come with anything. We just carried our PCs through the airport, and then we
got bags to carry the 2 PCs.
I just carried that. That was what we needed to stream.
Now we're at
and
an
just
Airbnb.
got an Airbnb.
And we're streaming on a picnic desk
because we didn't want to get furniture yet. We're like, we're gonna move again.
Look at these chairs.
Okay, don't expose us.
Oh wow.
All I can say is we didn't prepare for shit, but it's okay because we're about to move into our final place, and then we can buy real furniture.
Well, for the first couple of days, it's gonna be us in a nice apartment.
We don't even have mattresses yet. We forgot to do that too, so we're probably gonna Amazon Prime a blow-up mattress and just do just that and the PC, and that's all we need for a week.
And Andrea broke my bed frame.
We played hide and seek, but it's fine because Airbnb people it was already broken this area. They won't notice.
So we're here.
So yeah, it's been going great.
Damn.
Wait, how do you move without how do you find a place?
Wait, how'd you get a bed?
Oh, we got an Airbnb.
Oh, Airbnb.
Yeah, but it was very suspicious Airbnb. It didn't look like the photos, okay?
It's fine, Andrea.
No, we call it the crack den. It's probably a frat house.
And stop calling
it's definitely a frat house.
Well, low key, Austin's weird. Austin's it's one of those cities where I don't know. It's when I first came here, I thought the entire thing was just a ghetto. Right?
Really? I loved Austin.
It just all looks broken down,
Portland.
hippie, let's do some microdosing, bro. Vote Obama, man. Free healthcare.
I love that about it.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Everything's
bigger
busted,
Portland.
rusted, tires, wagons are going by with horses, and you have like chariots and shit, and you have like cowboys tipping coin. Just some weird shit going on over here, but I got used to it eventually.
How long have you been in Austin, Trin?
3.5 years.
Where did you live before?
I think Rami's internet went out. I lived in
Oh
Cali.
no.
It's okay.
I don't think he said a word like
Rami.
one
He
word.
probably.
He was shy. He's a really
Rip
nice
Rami.
guy. He's a good guy.
It's okay. It's hard to talk when there's so many people.
Where did you guys come from? California?
I was in New York and before then California, but last place in Oregon.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
you were
we
in
just-
Oregon as well with Austin?
Yeah, actually we hung out with Austin once in Oregon because our family lives there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of all over the place.
Is he
Oh
actually
no.
gay?
Did we lose someone else?
Yes, he definitely is.
I don't know. After his photo with Mia Malkova, maybe not, you know?
God,
Yeah.
dude, when you see Austin's abs,
Yeah.
I just been like,
You know, I ain't trying to be a hater. Yeah, I ain't trying to be a hater, but I'm pretty sure
entirely
that I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, Dev. I'm pretty sure that bicep's a little photoshopped.
No,
think so?
no.
Austin
Yeah.
wanted photos
his
of
abs are real though.
bicep.
His
Oh,
abs
the abs are
I gotta,
real. I've
his
seen the
abs
abs
are
in
real.
person. Believe
Devin?
me, I've taken his shirt off. I've seen his abs in
what's that?
person.
You taking
What's
his
that,
shirt off?
Andrea?
I was just
taking
gonna
his
say,
shirt
how
off.
do you know?
We're just gonna
Oh,
go by
I
because,
that.
guess Shane answered it.
Yeah, we've seen him.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
I gotta know his macros, dude. Like how he's doing that.
Yeah,
I
Devin,
gotta know.
True.
Devin's gonna
Devin
start
always
graphing all of
learning.
Austin's food and match it to his so he can
I'm
get
gonna,
the abs.
I'm gonna do like an Excel spreadsheet and everything. Like, oh my god, I'm looking at that picture now. You could grill fucking steak on those. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's just, it's
Damn,
great.
Devin, you're hanging out with me too much, brother. What's going on here?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
No, I
just
just,
sound
I,
like Train.
I
Actually,
appreciate what I'm. What
Damn,
I
is
see,
that how
man.
I sound?
Oh yeah.
No wonder you guys
I
think I'm
think-
gay.
No, you know what? Listen, I don't think it's a train. I don't think it's a you thing. I looked at that photo and I know it's Malkova but I'm gonna be honest. I was mostly looking at Austin. Like I was looking at the bicep. I was looking at the abs.
Bro.
What do you like? It's impressive, and to me, I'm like, but it's not like I'm like sexually attracted to it, but it's like I just
You're
feel
just
like
appreciating it.
it's like desire. It's like I want to have that for myself, and I also feel like respect for him that he cultivated it. And I'm like, I don't look at her there. You know, does that make sense? I feel
Yeah,
like a lot
you're
of guys feel
aspiring
like
to
that.
be.
Knock me out with that shit.
I was hoping that I was gonna turn into a porno.
Men look at men like that, and they're like, "I aspire to be to that." That's like the
Exactly.
strong. Yeah, I
Girls do
aspire
that
to be like.
too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
people
I
just
thought
do
that's
Yeah,
that.
I think
People
that's
do
like
that,
a
okay.
people
Yeah,
thing.
men were
That's what
uniquely
people
do
think.
this.
We men look at a bicep. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought like it's like a thing where it's like you look at someone like I look at Austin and I'm like that's like a physique that I would want to aspire to.
Yeah, I think
he looks like a
yeah.
Ken doll.
Bro, he's been grinding that shit like in private. Most people will be like, first day at the gym. Here's my
Dude.
Yeah,
before picture."
true.
When
And
he
you just
streams-
talk about it.
He streams 9 hours a week, so that's where he is the rest of the time. I mean, that's
Yeah,
why he's
but
able to do that. Shit.
Try a month.
Yeah, 9 hours a month. Yeah,
9
that's
hours a
right.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I think it's actually somewhere pretty close to that, right?
Damn.
So crazy.
Pull
For
it up.
sure,
Yeah.
something like that, right?
Yeah, but 9 hours a month, he's got to just be picking up heavy shit randomly. I'm imagining he just walks around his house.
No,
like, I better pick
we're
that
talking
up.
about
Like,
we're talking about his stream.
oh, I thought
We're
you
not
meant
talking
how
about
much he
working
works
out.
out.
No shit.
And yeah, for the last 30 days he streamed 9 hours exactly. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Must be
How do you not get paranoid about like losing your stream if you stream like that? I
Because
would
his
be like,
average-
Hypes them up so well. and
His
all the
average view
guests.
count
And
is
farm all the
76,000.
Minecrafters.
Yeah.
All of them.
And
Yeah.
so Gonedoc, you produce his shows, right?
Yeah, I recruit
Yeah.
and interview people for the shows on
Gondok does.
stream.
Gondok's
How,
like.
how do
the
you
surgeon
find all
behind
this
it.
talent and how these big stars?
Really, honestly, I go through the just chatting section and I find like whatever stands out, and then I go into the stream. Twitter works too. Mutuals, go through their streams there and just reach out to them, and then I bring them on my stream and I see how they do there. Like in terms of the personality aspect of it, which is really, I mean, as many of you know, is really important for the show. So I bring them on there, kind of test them out, see how they react to certain questions, topics, etc. Then I bring them on. Then we bring them on the Lover Host show.
Wait, what's a red flag when you're interviewing for Lover Host?
Oh boy. Okay.
A green screen, a professional
green
mic.
like, what do you mean?
I
What do
know
you
what
mean?
they're
What do you mean by red flag?
Like I don't think this is gonna work for Austin show. Or like, what are green flags? Like, what helps your recruitment process?
In terms of green flag, I mean, just like because the show is based off of a concept that wasn't like introduced to Twitch at all, just entertainment, no gaming, nothing like that. So and I feel like a lot of new streamers are coming in to the just chatting section, right?
Yeah.
When they're first getting started off. So they kind of build, I think just chatting is really good for like building up your personality and like how you're going to be on camera. Do you know what I mean? So a green flag would be honestly like as easy as it sounds, like forehead, just do it. Just like be energetic, have some sort of presence when you're on, like in terms of whatever it is you're trying to put on.
Something I thought was really interesting is like there is like a viral fandom on TikTok for like Austin's show, a lot of streamers. Like I know Chica has an insane fan base on TikTok. Dude, hers is nuts. And what I happened to notice was a lot of these like people in the stan fandoms that are 16 and 17, they're like aspiring to be streamers because they see all of us and they realize, oh, I just have to turn on my stream. So now these kids, when they turn 18, 19, 20, they just start streaming like 10 hours a day. And there's a lot of these like really attractive kids that are 18 and 19 that are coming up in the just chatting section that have 20 viewers that are going to be 1K Andes like in the next year or so. That is something I think is really interesting. And it's coming up fast, dude. There's going to be a lot of people in just chatting that you guys don't know that have 500 or 1,000 viewers in a few months.
Which is interesting. And Devin, maybe you know about this, but how much do you think Twitch cares about expanding into non-gaming chatting content? How much of a priority is it?
They love that.
Biggest,
that's like one of their number one things.
Huge.
Yeah, the interesting thing about TikTok is that actually it was Botez that taught me this, because I originally thought that TikTok was a pretty good source of engagement. Like I thought that like most people, you have like 1 million TikTok followers, like sounds like a lot. You could do a lot with it, but it turns out like those people don't tend to go off platform.
Yeah.
So yeah. So and Botez knew that intuitively. I had to do a bunch of research on it. But as far as like the Twitch thing, they care the most about anyone that is considered a non-endemic user, someone who hasn't used Twitch before. They want that person like 100%. So anybody that's off platforms, they'll value very highly.
So, for example, I was in Smosh a few years ago. Smosh recently cut a massive deal with Twitch. There was a bunch of articles about it. The people that cut the deal.
Wait, when was this?
This was a few months ago. Smosh was in talks to join Twitch from the beginning in 2018. I was literally in the room in Defy when it happened, but it never came to fruition. And then eventually, sometime here in 2020, it became a massive deal. The executives over at like Smosh or Mythical or whatever, they publicized all of this. And now they're on platform getting like, this is a lot of viewers, but like 2,000 viewers for a channel that has 25 million subscribers and like a massive legacy. So they dished out, God knows how much that deal was, to just bring this channel on platform that's like 2,000 viewers is a lot, but I would expect insane numbers for a channel with 25 million.
Like
David
so
Dobrik
hard to get people over to Twitch. Sorry, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, no, I mean, David Dobrik came over and he brought 5K like that. And these people have been on the platform for like a couple months. And like, it's like, it almost seems like the viewership is going down, but Twitch forked over so much money just to have them here. And like,
they care more about those types of people than gamers. Like,
What it is it's a targeted risk, right? So in the same way that Spotify paid $100 million for Joe Rogan, the idea is that you're going to get enough users that are on your platform that they'll actually live there and go watch other streams and become consistent users of the website. So some percentage of people came to Twitch as a result of that deal. That was hopefully enough to justify it. And it's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes you hit it out of the park and you do really well with one of those activations. And sometimes you overpay. Like Spotify's pissed right now because of how much they spent on Joe Rogan. Like they think that they think that was like way over the top. But in retrospect, like if you're looking at it as an executive, you can be like, okay, I can see why that would be, like how many users will come over as a result of that, right? Because they have Twitch and Spotify and all these guys have an average value per user. So AVPU, like in their mind, and they're like, okay, this is what the average user is going to get us. So we expect this number of users, X, right? And then we expect it to be worth this much, so we can pay this much to acquire them. And that's sort of the idea. It doesn't always shake out that way.
I feel like also though with Rogan viewers, those are high converting viewers because they're probably males that are in their 20s or 30s, have like a pretty good HHI. Like they're users that buy. So those users are incredibly valuable. But people that are 15 and 16, they're not always as valuable.
Wishy-washy. Yeah.
That's why Twitch normally cares a lot about sub count when they're doing these negotiations. Like if they're doing it with people that are streamers, they look at sub count a decent amount because that's their indicator of how much people are willing to actually spend on the platform.
And not just gifted, they want to see your actual subs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like gifted subs, like actual subs. Yeah.
Yep. And everything ties back into Prime, right? So everything is about Amazon Prime on Twitch. People like, if you look at Twitch as a division of Amazon, it's under Prime Gaming. So basically all of Twitch can be considered a call to action to get people to have Prime accounts on Amazon because Amazon has a certain dollar amount that they know. And I heard a fucking crazy stat that Amazon, if they get you on their Prime, right? It's an average value of $1,000 per customer, which is an insane number. But if they get you on groceries, it's $10K per year.
Wow.
Per customer. Yeah. So they are like fucking religious about that. Like it's because like if you think about how many groceries you buy, if you order all of your groceries on
I buy zero groceries because I don't fucking cook. So
I thought you were gonna say
Uber Eats.
Wait,
DoorDasher?
aren't they doing something with a pharmacy too now? Or something like that?
A little bit.
Amazon?
I don't know much about it.
Yeah, Amazon's doing something. I'm pretty sure they are, or at least in my area.
Yo, Greek.
Yeah, that you can order prescriptions via Amazon.
Oh,
It's getting crazy.
Amazon is gonna take over the world.
They already have.
I think.
Yeah. I'm bullish on
I
Amazon.
guess it just came to Sweden now.
You know what's
so.
crazy? I'm 30 years old and I'm doing this thing, right? Andre, you're 18, just starting. You're already blowing up. You're doing well. You know, how does it feel? You know, how does it feel sitting here kind of living life, making good money, you know,
At 18.
by
really
my
think
age,
about it like
by my
that.
age, you're gonna have your own business, a CEO. You're gonna have 4 or 5 of Gonedocs cleaning up after you. You know, maybe a Blastoise painting your toenails.
I just worry about it because I'm like, oh my god, like what if I don't want to be a streamer and then I never went to college and then I never have a degree and I never get a real job.
But you
And
can
then,
go to college.
If only you
You're
had.
never gonna be
if only-
too old to go to college. You can.
Yeah, you
If
can
only
still
you
go
were
to
the master of some sort of skill that could get you. Yeah. If only God, too bad. Yeah, too bad you have no skills. Like you're not a
but I don't
master
want
of
to be
fucking
a chess
chess.
player either. No. When I was
You
growing
don't?
up, when I was playing competitive chess, I could not wait for my senior year when I would take a break and never play chess tournament again.
Andrea, we're part
But
of chess.
then I started streaming. I liked it again. But there was a moment when because I was just so stressed out about school and winning all these big tournaments, so it became less of like a passion and more of like a resume thing I had to do. But now I enjoy it a lot more. So we love chess.com.
Why are you worried about college? Because like for me, I was in a similar situation where I like went pro instead of doing college, but I always viewed it like I could just go back whenever. So what are you worried about when it comes to like going back to college or anything?
I just want to have like the option. I mean, it's also like I have such high expectations. Like my sister went to Stanford, and then there's me, like no college Andy, and then our Romanian parents. So it's just like, you know.
Also, to be fair to Andrea, like everyone says you can do it whenever. Listen, here's my take on it, okay? Because I have 2 degrees and stuff, and I think the younger you are, the more doors you have open, right? So it just depends what you want to do with your life. Like if you want to go like the collegiate route, you want to go to school, get a master's, or get an MD, PhD, or whatever the hell you want to do, right? I think the younger the better because you have more doors open. Like even like if sure you can start at 30, 32, 35, you can still finish your stuff, but like you'll be so behind and you'll have 1 or 2 different doors open. Not to mention you have to consider the fact you might have a husband, you might have a baby on the way. These things shut doors and they're unplanned and you can't really plan for them, right? So I think that's what she's mainly worried about. So
Exactly.
Yeah, but we're not talking about like 30 or 35.
That sounds awful.
Well, that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
But that's why I like
don't
doing
worry.
both and like having the option.
But that's what it's going to take, right? Because undergrad's 4 years, right? She can maybe finish it in 3 if she gets, an override and takes 21 credits a semester, right? Or, and then if she goes for a master's, right? That's another 4 years, right? Like, or if you go to med school or law school, whatever the case. So like that's 8 years, 10 years. So when you see you're not talking about 30, if she starts now, she'll be out when she's 28. If she wants to get like a good job, get a master's or go to med school or law school, right? So it is like that. Does that make sense?
I feel like in America, you care a lot about maybe what that you have education. But wait, what was I gonna say?
Masters is 2 years, yes.
No, but
Well,
I feel
that's
like fuck, I don't remember.
You don't have to care about that where you are because the government pays for everything.
Yeah. Yeah, here. Oh, yeah. Well, I was gonna say, like in America, it doesn't matter what type of education you have as long as you have an education. But here, like I kind of feel like a little bit like I wasted my time in the university because I know now I don't want to work with what I studied. So.
Yeah, that's another issue. I'm really glad I had this
Candy?
year.
Like,
I did 95% of it, and I stopped it when I did the final work. But it's engineering and computer science. So.
Wait, Candyland was gonna be an engineer. Holy shit!
I worked for a year. Yeah, but I don't want to work in an office.
I actually still work while I stream too. So like I have like Arab parents, right? It's terrible, bro. I have Arab parents, so like they're like really like old school. They're like no, you either gotta be like a doctor, like an engineer or whatever.
That's how it is for Persian, yeah.
Yeah, and then like I don't know, I'm at that point though where like I've always had like streaming like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and then I don't know, man. I just like I don't want to live that 9 to 5 life. Like that's just like I can't wake up every day, go to work from 9 to 5, and then just like work 30 years, and then you have nothing to show for it. You know what I mean?
Sometimes
like,
I'm just like you. I have a full-time job in addition to the stream, and like I kind of am a little bit jealous of like I've got friends and I live in Redmond in Seattle, so it's Microsoft territory. I got friends, dude. They wake up at like 11 a.m. ish. They kind of like, hey, they're software engineers, get paid like $200K a year. Fucking like they're done with work around 3 or 4. Like talk to some people, do some PM shit. And then they just go hang out, and I'm like, fuck. Like I'm like sitting here at 3 a.m. trying to finish a project or something. Like
no, Devin,
I'm gonna keep it a stack.
No,
I'm gonna keep it a stack real quick. Candy wants to talk to them. I want to talk to Rami. Rami, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. Like when I look at you, I think it's the same vibe when some people look at me, right? Like when I look at you, I'm thinking, probably like just some kind of like a douche or some shit, right? But you're the nicest teddy bear motherfucker in the world. Like I'd give you a hand job while I fucking clip your fingernails and give you a facial. Like you're fucking cute. You're a cute motherfucker. Like I like you a lot.
Back.
What happened?
Yeah,
he's on his third win.
I like this guy. I'm happy I brought you. I gotta bring you on more.
This is classic train wrecks, man. Yeah.
No, he's just like he's so humble and cute, and he has this little cute shy smile, and his gums show, and he's
blushing.
It's a very cute thing.
Because I know what this guy says, because like I can show you the text messages. This guy sends like weird shit. Like this guy's just funny.
Candy, what was that?
Yeah.
Yes, I was gonna say those guys that you were talking about, Devin, either they have no ambitions or they're not gonna feel fulfilled. Because I didn't feel fulfilled in my office job. I feel like if you're like Elon Musk, maybe you can feel fulfilled being an engineer. But I just felt like I was doing stuff, automating stuff, and I don't know, it just felt pointless.
Do you think that sometimes no ambition can be healthy?
I don't. Maybe. I don't
No shots.
I think about this a lot.
For some
like
people,
that's
probably.
the same
Depends what they
thing.
wanna
Yeah,
do.
it's the same thing. Like stupid people seem happier, so maybe.
Yeah.
No. Listen.
I don't think no ambition is good at all.
Here's one thing y'all gotta understand. Okay, sure, is ignorance bliss? 100% yes. Okay, but listen, there's one curse of humanity that exists for all, even the stupid. The grass is always greener on the other side. We normalize all of our best moments until they become normal and we don't even get enjoyment out of them, and we try to look for something more, and that more doesn't exist. It's unrealistic, so we end up fucking searching for something that doesn't exist, and we end up unhappy. And when we convince ourselves that unrealistic thing that exists actually does exist, then we end up very lonely and sad, right? At the end of the day, fuck that, okay? Being smart over being stupid any day, all day, okay? Because when you're smart, you can at least sit there and rationalize why you feel this way. When you're dumb, you're just stuck in a loop, right? And you're just gonna, just trust me, okay? No ambition, just chalk that, erase that out of the mind, okay? Andre, you know what? Don't take these guys' advice. Go to college, okay? Get a degree, become a doctor.
But wait, I kind of disagree on college nowadays, though, right?
I don't think it's the best option still.
I feel like
but you can go to college
and just for a social experience, right?
Yeah, I mean, of course, like, yeah, that's the part most of my peers like, just for the social part. I want to do like a mix. I still want to stream and maybe be a part-time student, get like a business degree. I mean, the main part is it would be worth it because obviously I lose money going to college, and then even after 4 years getting an internship, it's not even gonna compare to something I could do in this first year. But if you go to like a name school like Stanford and build connections, then use that with what you're growing, then that would be beneficial.
Girl, your connections here are pretty
Yeah,
strong.
look at your sister. She went to Stanford, and now look where she ended up.
No! They were mom and dad too many
I
times.
hear it every day.
Okay.
Nah,
My bad.
she's definitely using those connections, but I mean, like things outside of the esports field. But
Dude,
I guess
I feel like if you go for a business course, you're gonna end up taking business and marketing, and you're gonna be
it's gonna
shocked
be
at
so
how
boring.
it's gonna be so dated compared to the things that you learn
I
here
know.
with
Yep.
experience. The social
I know
media
that.
classes in
Like,
college,
so fucking true.
I know it's just gonna feel like
bad.
a waste of time, and the first 3 years will feel pointless, and it's probably like just the fourth year that will feel worth it. So I don't know. I haven't made up my mind if I even want to go, but I'm still currently applying.
It's
there's
nuts
actually-
how far behind. Disagreeing with you, like it's nuts how far behind marketing courses are. Because I do a bunch of talks at colleges, and they're usually about like social media. Like, dude, you get professors that are like, well, you could do those cutout magazine advertisements.
Yeah.
Those are gonna get like, it's like, holy shit, dude. Like, how are we so
Andrea,
behind on this?
A lot of times what it is it's a marketing teacher that's been there at the university for 10 years, and she wants to keep her job, so she's being told that she has to learn social media overnight. So she takes a course from somebody else that was taught 3 years ago, and that's what she's going to regurgitate to you. Because Devin, you've been to these colleges. I was on a panel for one as like an influencer, and it was next level fucking bad. Something that I just really recently learned about, and sorry, it's the crime thing again, was I found out that like untrained FBI profilers are a thing that's actually taken seriously, to the point whether they did a study of whether actual police profilers versus untrained profilers were more accurate, and it came out fairly even because these people are actually taken seriously. I think another thing that's going to come out in the future is a way for people that have learned stuff online to just take tests about everything that they think they know and get some kind of certification. If that came out in 5 or 10 years, college would be almost obsolete.
Or people can just like make portfolios. Dude, there's like all of these like
That's
kids,
true.
all of these kids doing like game development and hack stuff. For anyone who's like, oh, like your Minecraft like maps are not game design. No, they're totally game design. There's these kids who've been like hacking Among Us and like building these like Among Us mods. And like if some kids showed me that portfolio versus like a college degree in game design, I care way more about what you've actually built. Like go out and make some maps, go out and design some shit.
Get like a
that's
GitHub going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's way
100%
more
agree.
valuable.
Yep.
I used
all my. Sorry,
Go
guys.
ahead. Oh, I was just gonna say I used all of my social media profiles to get a job as a marketing director at Live Nation, which is like a multi-billion-dollar company. I went to college for 8 months.
All the people that I hire are all based off of experience like that. Like if you want to apply for a sales position, like how much have you closed? Like if you want to do like any kind of thing with like marketing or like what have you built? What brands have you built? Things like that. Like, yeah, I think that matters so much.
Actually, I think the problem with going to college versus not is that for most people, they're not going to have that motivation if they're not in a college setting. I don't think that's the case for Andrea. I don't think it's the case for the people who are on the call. But I think if you look at the average population, that's why it still makes sense for most people.
Yeah, it probably also depends on like what they want to do. Like, yeah, if you want to be a doctor, like don't just like start performing surgeries on the street. You probably need to go to med school in some capacity. But Doc, all right, Doc, I got a pitch for you. You guys do love or host, but what I need you to do is MMO or host, okay? Listen, I need you to bring on the big WoW streamers or up and coming game devs. And we're going to get Greg Street from Riot, and you guys are going to do MMO or host. I want the upcoming WoW and MMO talent, and we're going to pick one of them to join the team that's going to make the MMO for Riot. You down? Give me just like all of the best WoW streamers. Bring them all on, and we'll do it that way.
I don't see why not.
I was
I'll
like,
take the fucking host.
You would take the host?
Yeah, I'll just take the fucking host.
Fuck you,
Like,
Tom.
I know we're just fucking Riot. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people
Fast
get
host.
into like job paths just because their parents wanted them to do it. Like half the time. And then they're halfway
curious.
through and they regret it. And no,
Who
no.
your I didn't want to cut you off.
What's
Who
up?
your went
Actually-
to college and what did you guys study?
I went to college for 3 years and then dropped out.
What did you study?
I was a psychology major at University of Miami. But I originally, so like I did that for just like the end of my college. I originally went for instrument performance for clarinet and saxophone. So I was a music major.
Really?
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Computer science and statistics.
I got my bachelor's in accounting.
I didn't know that either. Holy shit. Huh. I got 2 degrees. I got one in business marketing and one in humanistic transpersonal psychology, which sounds really impressive, but just means I did a bunch of shrooms and played soccer.
Damn,
shrooms. That was your course.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
I went and I got mine in structural engineering. Did 4 years.
Wow.
Ooh, 2 engineers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was neuroscience and political science.
That's pretty cool.
Which is totally unrelated. Yeah, totally unrelated to video games.
Wow, that's so cool.
I actually wanted to work for the CIA. That was actually where I was originally gonna go and work for.
Dude, Train would fuck with you. On that.
And you ended up with Riot. Holy.
You were the CIA.
Dude, it gets even worse. Not only that, I left PlayStation. Actually, I left a beautiful, beloved company and to go work at Riot.
Wait, where are you now?
And now you just get flamed. Nice.
Yeah, I was at Riot. I worked on. I was at Sony PlayStation. I worked on Spider-Man, Bloodborne, and Horizon Zero Dawn were like the 3 games I worked on.
Wait, those are like some of the best games.
Those are some of the best games
Yeah,
ever.
Right? It's like great.
Yeah.
I got to tell people this, and I'm like, and then I went and worked at Riot, and it's like I used to work for this incredible company.
People
with
are
these
like, what
beautiful
happened,
games.
man?
And then I go and I work for Riot, and I have people like fucking Dom and like Tyler One, these fucking man children screaming at me all the time. Fucking people named their accounts. People have named their accounts like Fire Meddler, Fire Bloustoys. They named their League of Legends accounts Fire whatever employee. I love it though. Honest to God, I joke about it. It's fucking great, and I love the League community for it.
Maybe you mean fire like you're fire, like a flame. It's good.
No, they definitely they want me fired. They want me to leave the company for sure. Yeah, 100%.
You know what? Okay, I'm calling this shit out right now because I think that this is fucking weird. When I first joined Tinder, and I mentioned this on the show a few weeks ago, the only thing that my bio said was Udyr main. I got so many fucking matches from Riot people, and they are all over Tinder, all of them. And all of them say that they work for Riot in their bio, and they all are kind of weird and nerdy. They grab with Riot in their bio, and then they find girls that somehow mention League of Legends or look like gamers, and they fucking match them. And dude, and so then I saw that whole thread where that girl was like, Seraphine was based after me. And I'm like, hey, listen, bitch, he matched with 100 fucking people in LA on that day alone. I don't know if that was about you. But these guys, the Riot boys, they are out. They are out and about in LA. They sure the fuck are.
Sure, man. Bloustoy is embarrassed he found
it's actually getting really late. Hold on.
Sorry,
one sec. Hold on. Yeah, hey mom, Merry Christmas. Yeah. Hold on, hey guys, it was great to be on the show. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Oh my god.
Listen, by the way, all right, dude, do you want me? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm not even gonna give you a PR response. Dude, that's just weird. That's just guys in their like fucking 20s and 30s who work for Riot or work for Blizzard or work for Google or work for Snap.
The Blizzard boys are out too.
Dude, it's guys in these heavily male-dominated industries that are working at these companies and they don't know how to behave themselves. And Riot got clapped for it, as we should have, like full on, for like all of the gross misconduct and stuff. Like, if you think it's only Riot, then like, yeah, it's all of these places.
It's not misconduct at all. I
no.
We're talking. He's talking about.
Sorry, there was gross misconduct at Riot for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know.
We got blasted for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the biggest thing about Riot was, at least, I mean, as far as like the lawsuit went, was the higher ups actually like having some level of involvement in it, or just like not nipping it in the bud and like allowing the culture to exist. That was like the main criticism of it was that like people would have like weird jokes or like just this weird like bro culture aspect baked into like the actual values of the company instead of like it being more professional in that environment.
honestly, Dom, that's what I'm talking hella shit right now. That's almost what it kind of felt like. It almost felt like there's somebody there at the company that's like, hey, if you just get on Tinder and write that you work for like Riot in your bio, then you'll get all these matches. It is insane how many Riot people are on that app in LA. It's insane.
Yeah. Damn.
They should just make a Tinder just
It's
for
not
gamers.
me, by the way. Wait, can I just briefly say
I
have a girlfriend. She also
And
works
that-
at
and that-
Riot. But,
Of course.
You got recruited?
why is that bad though? What?
That's hilarious.
No,
I
she's
feel like
right.
it shouldn't be working. Like most girls aren't gamers, so it shouldn't be working to have that you're in Riot Games in your bio.
That should be a turn off.
Yeah, I think like it would be very specific matches for that. Not so many.
Hey, look, I swipe on both. There's a lot of gamer girls out there, okay?
Is he still alive?
Yeah, well, I mean, I actually think it's so. No, I think it's an interesting point. 'Cause it actually speaks to like, there's so many guys who are super passionate about gaming, and like gaming is a huge part of their life, and there isn't quite that like the swing from women gaming is just not quite there yet, right? Who are like as like passionate about it, but all of these guys, it's like the demand for these dating some girl who's like super passionate about games, that demand is way higher than the girls who are there. So it does create these, and this weird imbalance also creates all of this other like bizarre shit that goes on online.
Yeah.
Like some really fucked up shit.
Yep.
I don't want to say the words because Twitch will ban me, but you know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
They won't ban you.
I have a question.
I'm kidding.
Here's something we got to throw out there. What percentage of this show do you think Trainwreck has been on? What percentage? Like out of 100? Like, what, like
I wouldn't say
20%?
more than. I want to say more than 13.
I'd probably say 15. Yeah, around 15.
I'd say it.
Okay,
Well, wait,
15.
like
Not
actual.
even. No.
Yeah,
5%.
like like 2%, like actual talking time, like actual like okay. He'd
No,
be like
just
the
like on the camera.
like he'd be like the extra in the Marvel movie that's like, hey, how's it going? And like that's like the contribution, right? In a 2-hour film, like yeah.
What is
Yeah,
he
I'm actually
doing?
worried. I've seen him try.
It's Trainwreck.
Train wreck. What? What do you
Yo,
mean?
I'm just resting my eyes. I'm gonna keep it a buck, guys.
Are you good, dude?
Yeah.
Didn't sleep?
Have you been taking interval
Oh no
naps?
shot. Wait, Rami, I was kidding, bro. I was kidding.
Oh, really?
No, keep that between us. I'm down.
Okay, yeah.
No, Andrea, if you guys want to leave, I actually Myth wants to come in. So if you guys want to leave, it's
Okay.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thanks for
yes.
coming on and hanging out with us. I know you guys are busy. You know,
Hold on.
you're pretty much you tour like Miley Cyrus and Selena Gomez. You know,
Okay, who's
your-
who? Am I the Selena Gomez or?
it's your
the
rise to
Miley
You really
fame.
want to be
Cyrus?
Selena Gomez, don't you?
I just want to know which one. All right, oh.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Can you
Miley
make me have
Cyrus
this take my
is
spot?
Alexandra and.
Yeah,
Why'd you
you
gotta do
really are
Alexandra?
fried.
You know what's crazy? I actually had this girl that looked just like you, Alex, in my biochemistry course, right? And
In your biochemistry.
Yeah.
You said I
Delusions
had
are
this girl,
kicking
and then you
in.
didn't say.
yeah. No, hear me out here, right?
You had
I
her?
actually no, hear me out here.
I love your expression there, Alexander.
So,
that was amazing.
You know, a lot of kids got fucked up because there was always two different versions of an exam, right? And I had my shit down. Okay, I knew exactly where to sit to get A and A instead of A and B, right? And then I had these perfect methods. Yeah, Alex, if you're at all related to that individual, thank you so much. I really needed that A plus really because that
I
was
got you, Train.
it was a
I got
5 credit
you.
course. It was a 5 credit course. I needed it bad, okay? Because OChem didn't go too well. I think I got like a 62% in OChem, but 62% still like a A minus, okay? Because they curve it so fucking crazily. OChem's a bitch. But anyways, sorry, I'm just delusional. I'm ranting. Yeah.
Well, thank you for having
Yeah.
us, and it was nice talking to you. Hopefully, we'll join another time when you'll join as well, Train.
Definitely, yeah. Let's definitely have you back on soon.
Like with the
Hopefully we can be on the-
host here.
Hopefully we
But
can be on the
anyways, Merry
podcast when you are.
Christmas. Yeah.
Thank you both for coming.
Merry Christmas, guys. Bye, guys.
Merry Christmas. Take it easy.
Bye bye.
Damn train. She's not wrong.
What's up? Sorry, I'm zoned the fuck out right now. Give me a sec here. I gotta add Myth to this call.
Hopefully
Let's
we
kick
can
out.
come on the podcast when you're on it. Like,
Well, this is the second time this has happened. The first time I invited him, I remember I was up for like 3 days, and it was bad. My face was even worse than now. It was really bad. Yo, Myth, join up, baby.
What required you to be up for 3 days though? I don't understand.
I forgot what I was doing that time. I was
Even right now, like, what did you do? It's COVID. There's nothing going on at the holidays.
No, so I ended up like sleeping for like 3 days because I needed a break from like the 2-3 days that I was doing Crazy Among Us. 2-3 months I was doing Crazy Among Us things, and pretty much today was one of those weird things, right? I started my stream again last night, ended up going all the way to the morning, played in the Hafu lobby. We got done around like 2-3 p.m. and then it was unfortunate because I had my meeting with my merch guy. A couple of things got fucked up with inventory, so we had to settle that. And then right after that, I had to talk to my tax guy because quarterly business taxes are due January 15th. So I'm sitting here talking to him, getting that situated. And then I get a call back from my merch guy saying that there's a couple pieces of inventory missing. So I have to call the guys that we talked to that work at Champion. And then by the time all that ended, I realized, holy fuck, I don't have anybody for the podcast. This shit's in like 4 hours. Fuck. So I start fucking recruiting, and then 2 hours in, I realize, shit, what am I doing? I haven't recruited. I've been watching fucking Swag play Call of Duty. I just zoned out. I started watching Call of Duty.
So we're just the fucking random.
Yeah, and then I had 45 minutes left, so I copy and pasted it. Hey, you want to come to the podcast? And I sent it to like 25 people.
Good to know the message was special, you fuck.
Yeah.
Welcome, Nick. Happy holidays and Happy New Year.
I knew as soon as I got picked, it was bad.
Good. How are you, man?
Same.
I'm
My
doing
first time being on, I was like, oh, shit, he's
Don't
desperate.
complain.
Hi, Myth. Nice to see you, man.
Hi, Devin, my black shirt brethren. How you doing?
Yes, that's all I wear, dude. I have
too,
7
dude.
black shirts. Decision fatigue, man.
Wait, actually 7?
I have I have 9 because I have 2
Okay.
in case I don't do laundry, but I normally do laundry every week. Yeah. 9, same brand, same sweatpants.
You do the same
and then-
underwear?
The same type of underwear. I have 9 pairs of underwear as well. Yeah.
What about socks?
I have more than 9 pairs of socks because of the sock dimension.
Are you kidding me?
I see.
Yes,
The one
but
where they get lost, right?
yep, 1 bowl, 1 fork, 1 spoon, 1 knife, 1 sharp
you
knife for
minimalist?
steaks. Yeah.
Cool.
Try to be. Yeah.
I don't think I'm fully there, but like I've noticed I've started edging there.
Oh
like
yeah.
I recently wanted I recently like looked at my underwear and I was like, I just want it to be one color, and like I literally bought like 9 pairs of underwear. I'm gonna like throw away like all my old ones and just
Dude,
get rid of them.
I am amazed. Like it's amazing how much your mind clears up when you like get rid of stuff. Like I've basically tried to make my house and stuff. It's like if I don't use it every day or every other day, I don't keep it.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
that's cool.
so
I like that.
you're having an issue because your underwear is not the same color?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not having an issue, but I just don't like it. Like,
It's another thing to worry about. It's another inconsistency. Yeah.
Or my
like
socks are a bigger one. Like I want
Socks are a
just
problem.
one fucking brand and color of socks.
Respect.
At least
I'm
like,
with you on
if
that.
it's like-
Yeah.
at
Yeah, well,
least if
here's
it's
the
like,
issue,
you know,
Myth.
crew, you have one version of crew, and then maybe you want, you're gonna wear shorts one day, so you don't want a fucking crew sock, right? You get like an ankle sock. But you have one of each, and then you don't have to fucking worry about mismatch. This one has to be washed with the whites. This one has to be washed with the colors. This one fucking, you got one sock that's just, like they said, the sock dimension just doesn't fucking fit anywhere. So you got to leave it on the side till you do the laundry to where it shows the fuck up. And then you got to match it. And then you got to throw it back into the drawer.
Well, here's the problem. The best socks are the long Nike black socks. And here's the problem. I've bought those probably 25 different times in my lifetime. And I still do not have one single pair that's together to this day. And I'm talking, this has happened through California, Arizona, Texas. They disappear. The long black Nike socks, they're gone. I've checked in my dryer. I've checked the pockets of my friends when they sleep over. Even Lakari tried stealing my fucking Jordan sweatpants, which I ended up giving to him after I found out he jerked off in them, right? Like, but my black long Nike socks are just gone.
The sock dimension.
I don't think you got a sock issue, Train.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Myth, are those Myth? You got some hue lights there?
Yeah.
I love that
are we-
vibe.
Are we set on like? Are we on the same vibe here? Are we on that like pink vibe?
I got purple.
Oh, what mine are set at?
I like Myth. Myth, this is Rami. Rami, this is Myth. Have you guys met?
I met him before. I think we played Among Us together once or something. Like
Yeah, that's a
Garrett.
good
I don't remember, but it's nice to
Damn,
meet you
he
again.
hooed me, bro.
Sorry.
It's all good.
That's fucked up, dude.
It's all good.
Nice to meet you again.
Nice to meet you, man.
Hi, Rami.
So Rami, I want to hear a little bit about GTRP. How's GTRP doing right now? Do you see, is there anything coming up that's gonna like cause it to be like a streamer surge again? Like, what do you think's the next step for GTRP?
I mean,
Offline TV
there's a
playing.
big ass update coming out like in a month. I mean, that's kind of hard. That's a hard question, man. Where's GT at right now?
Well,
there was like a big boom like a year and a half ago.
Rami,
right?
I'll ask it this way. I'm sorry to interrupt you like an absolute asshole, selfish, narcissistic, dickhead host.
Go ahead.
But how would someone like me that I really want to play GTRP? The problem is I don't have any secondary accents. As you can tell, I'm a very
I don't
monotone.
need one, bro. I don't use one.
I mean, are you sure?
I mean, yeah, I swear to God.
Soda Poppin went and just played literally
Everybody,
as himself.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
but
all the
chance is
streamers that
chance,
played,
you
like
know?
they don't.
That's true.
It's
Yeah.
very
Just honestly, Train, just play as yourself. It'll work.
I was just
Yeah,
about to
yeah,
say
I
that.
agree.
You can just be yourself, bro. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be really like that's what I do. I'm just myself.
Yeah, but
I
here's
mean, you
the
have your
difference.
people like
Rami,
Austin's, like Raj.
you're
and
actually like, your personality is one of those like, so like back in high school, right? There was always that one guy, and I'm not gassing you up, right? You might think I am, but I'm not. If I was, I'd talk about cock and shit like that. I'm gonna suck your cock. I'd say that kind of shit. I'm gonna give you an actual example that'll be relatable probably to the rest of the cast.
Okay.
You know that one guy in high school where like, he was always at every party, and he was just chill. Like if you needed a ride home, he got you. If you needed a DD, he got you. If you needed a blunt, he had fucking 6 prepared in his fucking goddamn cigar box in his coat pocket, right?
Yeah.
Alcohol was out. The dude pulled 6 bottles out of his fucking trunk, right?
Yeah.
We had nowhere to go afterwards. He invited us to his parents' house. Parents out of town. His parents were fucking oil princes, right? That's you. So that's why
I was
you,
that guy in high
that,
school,
no,
like,
that's
I
why
was.
your no accent works. Like you just go there, like it works. I can't go there like, hey, what's up? Let's go. They're like,
You
bro,
can.
train.
You know why you can though? Is because
Why?
like when you go into the game, there's different like models that you can select for you to like be. Like, does that make sense?
What would I? The only thing I want to be in that game is a cop. I kind of want to be a cop, low key. I
Yeah,
love
go
those
ahead.
police cars.
You
They're
can
the
literally
coolest
be a
police cars.
douchebag cop. Like that would be perfect for you. I feel like.
Can I be a
All time.
corrupt cop?
You could be a cop that does
To an
coke.
extent, yeah.
Dude, we should recreate in GTA world. We should recreate Gotham. Have you guys seen the show Gotham?
No.
What if we recreated Gotham? Like it's pretty much the upbringing and uprising of Batman.
That's actually
All
what
the
I do on my
villains.
guy.
So who's gonna
Really?
be Batman?
Yeah, yeah.
You are Myth,
No thanks.
the Dark Knight.
We cut.
I'm
'Cause you're
surprised
black,
you didn't
yes.
hop on that train
I'm
when
just
like
kidding.
everybody else did.
What the fuck?
What?
He was going there.
Okay.
Hey, I doubled down.
I made him say
We
it.
learned last podcast that only Train can do that.
Only I can do that. Yes, because I have
Yeah.
the correct vocal wave. But anyways, back to GTRP. Myth, have you tried GTRP?
No, I've always been really interested in the idea of trying it though.
So have I. I've seen
Same.
the way Summit plays it is really fucking
yeah,
fun.
man.
I think
Summit?
I'd enjoy it a lot.
Summit's like Summit's the homie, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, dude. It's anybody can do it, man. Like, bro, if Greek can do it, anybody can do it. I'm just playing.
My man. I feel like Candy would be really
I
good
love
at
Greek.
GTRP. She could literally just be
Dude,
Candy.
anybody can.
I'm really bad at acting. I'm working.
Candy, you don't need to act. You can just be one of the, the service girls, at one of those clubs.
All right, Train.
Yeah,
Come on.
sure. Yeah, I would love to be in a club. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can just name
I
yourself
could be
Candy.
a
It works.
bartender.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, man, you can literally just create like a random character and you can literally go in. There's so many personalities that you can like bounce off of. It's like there's like so many people that are like in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's still like impossible to get into No Pixel or whatever.
No, not at all, man. Not at
Rami,
all.
I'm gonna keep it a buck
It
with
was
you, bro.
back in the day when everybody was like,
What's
it
that
was
one guy's
very-
name that ran it? Zool?
Coil?
Coil? Bro, that
Yeah.
that guy. Listen, I don't know if I didn't have the view count back then, but he dodged me every time I went to ask, bro.
Really?
I'm telling you. And then suddenly, dude, Among Us came out. I got 20K viewers. I swear, that guy subbed to me tier 3. What the fuck's going on here? The game's dead. I don't want to join GTRP anymore.
Oh shit.
A little too late. I gotta join you. Yo, Myth, me, you, and Rami gotta go in there. We gotta revive the game. He's doing well. You and I are gonna be dead in the game. He's doing well. Like
I mean, I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna use your terminology. I'm gonna keep it a $150 with you. Like, if
My
you want to
man.
do it, like, I would wait like a month because there's, like I said, there's a big ass update that's coming out. If I don't know how you plan on doing it. There's
Do I need a
huge
good
update
computer?
coming out. No, dude, it's a 7-year-old game or 8-year-old, whatever it is. When did GTA come out?
What type of computer you got,
2013.
man? What are you
Yeah,
playing
it's
on
like
a fucking laptop?
six.
Yeah, I'm gonna
what do
keep
you
it a
got?
stack with you, Myth. This thing,
What?
I gotta. It's gotten to the point where I gotta punch it in order for it to stop making that noise. You know what I'm talking about? I punch that motherfucker. It gets quiet real quick. Yeah.
But wait, Rame, if
Why
you
don't you
don't
get a
play
new fucking computer?
Yeah, go ahead.
wait, if you don't play RP, do you like speedrun GTA? What do you do?
No, I do RP. That's what I do. Like I
you
don't.
do?
Yeah.
I mean, what's
I
your
mean, like I
RP
said,
character
there's so
like?
many people, there's so many personalities. You literally go in, it's free content. I'm
Myth, what did you say to Rami?
What's your RP character like?
Well, I have two. I have a cop and so there's like different things you can do, right? Like there's like there's cop, there's criminal. You could be like a lawyer, or like you can go in there and just argue with people all fucking day. There's judges, there's doctors, there's EMS. So like I only do criminal and cop. So like I can be like a dickhead cop if I want to and like pull some random people over and just be a douchebag, or I can be a crim and like you can like rob banks. Like literally like us three or like whoever it is, right? Like your group of friends, you literally just become criminals. You can go rob banks and shit, and you develop like a whole storyline with it.
Are there like randoms, like NPC role players?
There's like like NPCs, yeah. Like you walk into them like in normal GTA, yeah.
Oh no, I mean like are there just like
There's
NPC
civilians,
role
like
players?
civilians,
Like,
yeah.
Just want to be a fucking like a normie.
Bro, like dude, yeah. There's a lot of
Like,
normies.
I just want to be like Josh from the block.
Yeah, there's a lot.
How many people are on like a given server?
Pretty cool.
So it depends on how like coded your server is, right? So like if you want like a super like content filled server, you'll probably get like around 200 people in a server. Like I know like No Pixel, for example, is 140 or 130. I don't remember. It's a lot. It's a lot though. It's not impossible to get into because back when the hype happened, like a year and a half ago, there was only 32 people in the server. So that's why it was literally impossible to get into because you'd have all these streamers just like queue up to get into the server, and there'd be like a big ass queue, and none of them would leave the server because they would just stream until their end of the stream. So
I feel like some of those like massive RP experiences are super fun. I feel like
it
they're
really is. It's really fun actually.
I just don't know if I could do them like every day. Like I've done like Myth, and I know you've done these with a few groups, like the SCP ones, like SCP Secret Lab. That shit's super fun, but I feel like I couldn't do it every day. Like once
chaotic,
a month.
though. I wouldn't even consider that shit RP. Like that shit was.
Yeah, the game's also jank too. So
yeah, that's like there's like no downtime in SCP, and the only time you're really role playing where it's enjoyable is when you're like a monster, which is like super fucking rare to get.
There's a DM named Arcadum. He's been here on the podcast a couple times, and he runs a world called Calicero, which is like a cyberpunk-esque world where it's like 140 people on VR chat, and they all RP with these different roles. I play a CEO in that world with a virtual corporation with real employees, and like it's so fucking crazy. I sometimes get better reports from my employees in that game than my real ones in my company. like it's like fucking crazy. So it's like this whole like living, breathing world where everybody RPs.
There is business role play too. Like even like the lawyers, like they use actual like case laws, like that like in IRL. It's like
they pull stuff
they get
from like
intense, you know.
Yeah, we have like HR departments. We have all kinds of crazy shit. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, there's a lot of like role playing games. There's like Harry Potter role play as well. You can go into like fucking Hogwarts or some shit like that. You could be like Hermione. You're like, I don't know what it is exactly. There's like Gary's Mod. There's a lot of RP games. There was Arma, but like the big one right now is GTA.
Yeah, GTA and then VR chat is coming up too.
Yeah, VR chat. Yeah.
That's where we play Calicero.
You snuck back in the room like it wasn't your place.
Why you gotta call me out? Who said that? Who said that?
She was looking like a raptor sneaking in it.
Sorry.
Bro, it's like I'm sneaking out from work for a second. I'm sorry. Shit.
I was thinking about some things.
Fix my fucking name, please.
Oh, Candyland.
What is it? What are we
I was
doing?
naming you Candy.
Oh.
Myth.
I'm the Botez
I
sisters.
fucking love Myth. They're just so good. Chat, if you love Myth, put a heart in chat. If you don't love Myth, mods permaban them.
Don't permaban.
Myth, what are you playing these days?
Valorant.
Valorant. Yeah,
my man.
Yeah, just doing Valorant. Oh, that's the League of Legends stuff. Blastoise here.
Yeah.
It's not. It's our other IP, dude. What can I say?
Phoenix, baby. Flash out.
My man
So
Rami over here. Gonedoc over here. Fucking
Dude.
Dom said fuck it. Dom's like, fuck it, I'm out.
Even I'm
Down
playing
just
League of
walk
like a
out.
version of it, dude. I fucking play that Just Dance song with KDA fucking all the time. The Drum Go Dumb is that song, dude. Like I play that fucking every day.
Drum Go
So I'm
Dumb?
like, it's a KDA song. Riot Games has a fucking
What is
music band.
KDA?
We have a K-pop group.
It's a K-pop group, a legit K-pop group that's made
Yeah,
by
I'm gonna
Riot.
have to kick you out of the podcast, my man.
I figured it was coming. It's all good.
No, Riot makes good music. I really like their
Riot
metal
makes
band.
unironically good music.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah, like they unironically make good music. I think they're a better music group than they are a game company.
Riot's music and our art, top tier. Everything else, you know, we're making it work.
I
but,
mean, I wouldn't go as far as saying your art. I mean, what is that? Pretty much, I drew that shit in like first grade.
You're trolling me. Our art
No
is
shot.
actually,
Give
I
me a
will
paint
kick you out of
program
your
right
own-
now. I'll draw it.
Hold on, yeah, give me one sec. I'm gonna like, dude. Oh my, holy shit, dude.
Give me a paint
I will-
program.
I
Listen,
will
your
link you-
music,
I'm
I'll
gonna
give it
link
to you. Your music is good. Your music is good, but your art.
I'm gonna link you to our top artists, and you tell me if you draw this shit. Give me a sec,
brother.
No,
They're literally
West Side on
fucking
full
Care
tilt
Bears.
right now.
Have you seen the cartoon Care Bears? That's literally what it is. It's little Care Bear teddy bears, with little
No
hearts in the
shot,
center.
dude.
No shot. You're bugging. Dota 2 now is good art. Have you played Dota 2? Amazing art.
Dota 2's art
Intricate.
sucks, dude.
Amazing. No shot. That's actually intricate,
Who do you get on
detailed,
the podcast?
beautiful. No shot.
Dota is so boring. What the fuck? I can't play that game for more than like a second. Then I get bored.
Yeah, exactly.
1 second.
1 second, yeah.
Zero verse.
Formerly doesn't count.
dude. Zeronis. Well, I mean, he's like literally like led most of the art at Riot. Zeronis is a god tier artist.
I think the Riot Games just needs to be like the people playing it needs to be nicer. That's all that has to change.
I think the people need to be nicer. Yes, they do. That's true. I agree. I agree.
Could you imagine what it would be if like League had voice chat? Like actually.
I want League to have voice chat there.
Oh shit!
You're out
League
of your
Legends should have
mind.
It would
voice
be.
chat.
I'd have
I'm
to.
saying
Like, I
right
feel like
here.
you'd have to mute your stream though. Like I feel like you'd have those cringe kids just like.
Oh yeah.
I
No,
wouldn't
I
be able
mean,
to stream that shit.
there'll just be people that come in and
Oh,
just
Dom.
fucking.
Perfect.
Why
Dom,
did
what would you say, buddy? Blastoise here says League of Legends art is top tier, top notch in the gaming world.
I'd agree with that. I feel like most.
No shot, bro. It's literally fucking two-dimensional fucking anime.
No, I think the artwork is actually really good. I feel like everyone does their job for League of Legends except for the people that balance the
I'm
fucking
kidding.
game. Those people all need to be fired.
I'm kidding.
They're
The art's
literally
great.
just
You're right,
jokes.
guys. The art's awesome. I fucking love the art. Yo, Blastoise, by the way, I love your tattoos, bro.
Oh, thank you.
Dude,
I'm
it's
gonna probably do another one actually.
Dude,
I want
it's
the other arm
insane.
tattooed.
I cannot like Blastoise's personality to like the way he looks doesn't match. You're fucking you're sleeved up. You have this like sexy fuckboy look, and you're just like this total like shy, like I don't
Tell
know.
us what you think about it, Scott.
shy.
Like, that's what we're
you know,
always
just
doing.
the
right?
N
Suck
word.
his dick.
Low key.
From what you know, tell me about my cock. Tell me about my cock. I want to hear it.
I think you like. I mean, listen, it's not a bad thing. I think it's a great thing. You know, and this is coming. Listen, it takes one to know one. I think you're gay.
what the fuck? Like,
I say that because I think I'm gay.
what is
Dude,
going on?
unironically, all my friends think I'm gay. So when I was working at PlayStation, I lived in San Francisco. All of my best friends were gay. I was like the one straight friend. They used to like make fun of me for being straight, and they would like roast me. You know, probably how like a lot of kids grew up, and there was probably like the more kind of maybe like effeminate kid who might have been gay, and like kids used to like roast gay, like straight kids would roast gay kids. My gay friends would roast me for being straight, but all of them think that I'm eventually gonna come out of the closet at some point.
Dude,
Blastoise,
here's the thing.
They think I'm super deep in the closet, and they're waiting for me to come out.
I feel like with you that I wish you were gay because it's like you versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. You have what like the deep voice, the fucking tats, the fucking hair, perfect. Like, dude, you're a handsome individual.
My mom thought I was
Devin,
gay
you
for
really just
the first 18 years of my
I really
life.
just rubbed
I
off
just
on
call it like I see it, man. I'm single. I'm reconsidering
what
my
were you
options.
saying?
Maybe instead of one side of the pool, I want both. I don't know. You know.
Wait, what if Devin's actually just gay?
Dude, if I listen,
No, we're all gay.
if I was, I'll keep it a real buck with you. If I was gay, Myth would 100% be my type. I like, dude. Wait, stop. Imagine
my
if me and Myth. Listen, imagine
You'd be a
if me
cute
and
couple.
Myth-
You'd be a cute
if
couple,
we
actually.
were a couple.
The power of gay. internet gaming.
You'd be a cute couple, but the question is, who'd be the top? Who'd be the bottom?
Well, okay, so
Oh, dude, I don't even care. Honestly, in that world where I am, listen, in a world where I'm gay and attracted to Myth in that way, I'm totally fine being the bottom, 100%.
Mid support.
That's nice. I like that. Very nice.
Support.
That's very cute.
Support.
You know, it's crazy because Blastoise, for me, it was the opposite. So, with all my gay friends, that I actually prefer their company over my straight friends, to be frank with you. But
thanks.
so all my straight friends, right, or I guess straight acquaintances or viewers here, like all of them think I'm gay because of how I talk. But all my gay friends all know I'm straight. It's the weirdest thing. Like every gay person that I meet, except for one actually, there's this guy named Virgil. He showed me his cock once. I was dating this girl, and Virgil was her best friend. And this guy had a fucking like 12-inch cock. It was fucking huge, dude. His name was Virgil. Like, what the fuck's name is Virgil and has a huge cock? Anyways, this guy definitely took it a little too far. I'm a very easygoing guy. Like, you know, you can grab my ass. You can, you know, tell me I'm hot. You know, I'm cool with that stuff, right? You can give me a hug, be a little feely on my back. I'm cool with that, right? Like, I'm not going to be all like weird and like, oh, I'm not gay. Don't touch me like that, right? I don't give a fuck, right? I'm confident in my sexuality. But this dude was coming in. Like, I'm telling you, this guy was sending me dick pics. Like, listen, bro, like, you're my girl's best friend. Like, what you doing, man?
That's
like,
weird.
I don't roll that way. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Wait,
You know, it was the
what?
club scene.
Maybe you wanted to have a threesome.
No, this was back when I was like 16.
Does Austin think you're gay? I forget. He thinks you're like
so in private, Austin knows. Like, we have this conversation all the time. He says, "I know you're not gay. I can tell." But like, he memes it with all the boys, right? I don't know, Train. I think you might be gay. Like, he memes and fucks around with everybody.
I just want to say, Train, if you came out as just bisexual or something, I think we would all accept it. I'm just saying.
I would listen. If I was bisexual or gay, I would happily come out. Do you understand? Happily, happily come out. And honestly, in this whole podcast, yeah, I would say Myth is probably my closest to my type too. He's clean cut. Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Anybody else want to come out and
what
say
is
that Myth
happening?
is their type?
Yeah, no, me too. Like, if
That's
I was
about
gonna
it,
fuck
actually. I don't think anyone
podcast,
else.
It would be Myth.
Blastoise is a little too. He's a little too fragile for me, but Myth is a strong individual. No, Blastoise.
Fragile.
Yeah, Blastoise is a little too fragile for me. I can't explain it.
That's fair.
I feel like, you know, I'd get mad at him one day and he, you know,
underneath that shirt is 10 layers of muscle, dude. Don't underestimate.
Oh, I believe him. He has his little chain on, his little
works for Riot Games. He's gotta take some
sexy
punishment.
ass hair flicked to the right.
Yeah.
But I mean, Myth just has this mysteriousness, you know. I'm surprised his name's not Mystery instead of Myth.
Stop talking about me so I can fucking come back and not be weirded out.
Wait, are you jerking off? What are you doing?
I'm shy.
Rami, who's the most attractive man here to you? What do you think? What are you feeling?
Say Myth, yeah, I say Myth.
You say Myth?
Yeah.
What about woman? You feeling Candyland or Bose or both? You can take 2
This
on 1.
is so fucking awkward now, man.
Yo, Candy and Bose, you guys want to do a
Change
2-on-1 with Ram? I'm just kidding, guys. Okay.
What is happening?
It's a joke. Candyland's one of my dearest friends on Twitch. Bose and I go fucking far back. No. There's only 2 girls I'd ever do that with, and that's Candy and Bose. Like, the shit that Bose and I talk to each other off stream, we'd both be permabanned off every fucking site. And then Candyland, she's one of those ride or die girls. You know what I'm saying? She's got my back. I got her back. You know, if I ever made a mistake, I know she'd lie to Twitch and be like, nah, we good. You didn't say nothing.
Yeah. Bro, those are the best people, the people that you realize at one point, like, yo, you would lie for me if you needed to, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Candy and Bose, I trust you too, you know, a lot.
I wouldn't have to lie though. I would see the positive side and the good side.
Yeah,
no matter what you did. Mm-hmm.
Train, while we're on the topic of being gay, I have a story.
Tell me.
So, I'm going to start the story by saying that till I was the age of 18, my mother thought that I could potentially be gay with a very high probability.
Interesting.
And here's why.
She didn't understand gaming.
Here's how I that too. Yes, that is definitely a factor. But so how I came to this realization that my mother thought that I was gay.
Okay.
I was 18.
Called you gay?
I had.
Oh, never mind.
But I was 18. I had my first girlfriend, and I told my mom, you know what? I'm going downtown to watch the ball drop with this girl. And she goes, stuck for Allah. Alhamdulillah.
What's
You're
your
not
ethnicity?
gay. My ethnicity? I'm half black, half Syrian.
Interesting. Keep going.
But yeah, and then that's it. That's a story. I'm not a great storyteller. But that's it.
She was holding it in this whole time. That's when you found out.
So your mom thought you were gay?
No. She thought that
She thought it was a possibility. It sounds like.
Honestly, in my opinion, especially Myth, how old are you right now?
21.
Yeah, in my opinion, I mean, I guess you're a little younger, but in my opinion, the fact that your mother was that like cool about it and open and accepting, I think that in itself shows how much she loves you. So I look at it as a positive.
I asked her what would she do if I was gay, and she went, "I don't know. I don't want to think about it."
Oh fuck! All right, well,
that's accepting. Like, Jesus Christ.
I have a similar story. My mom definitely thought I was gay. When I was in high school, I threw like a party at our house. My parents were like off on some like ski trip or some dumb shit like that. Threw a party at my house, and we had to, clean up after the party. So obviously, taking out all the booze, like putting things back in order, cleaning up shit. But I left a 30 rack of like Keystone or some shitty beer in the fridge, right? Parents and like everything else in the house was totally cleaned up. It was perfect. I forgot the fucking 30 rack in the fridge. Parents come home. My mom brings me. I was just like, Nathan, what is this? Why is this beer in the fridge?
Wait, your name's Nathan?
Yeah, it's Nathan.
Wow, Nathan is a great name.
Nathan matches you. No, Nathan matches you. Myth, what's your name?
Oh, I was
I just realized what's
16 at the time. And I had to lie on the spot. So I was like, I couldn't say that I threw a big party. So I was like, listen.
You know what always blows my mind? Like hearing that people actually had like parties.
Your name's Ali? That's so cute. That's like Persian, but it's not.
In high school.
Oh, the like high school. Oh, totally. There was like
that shit.
It was like my house and then like two of my other friends' houses where like the parents were out of town and we would totally throw parties there. Wow. I had to be like, listen.
I never experienced that.
I gotta get my.
I had to tell him, listen, like my buddy, James, who like they knew was like one of my close friends. I was like, listen, James came over. We just wanted to like play some Call of Duty, drink some beers together, and hang out. And my mom like looked at me and was like, oh, okay, like yeah, that's like fine. And I learned then years later that she was like, I thought that you and James were experimenting with each other sexually or something, and you were like embarrassed to tell me. And she like dead ass thought that I was gay. Yeah, so that was my experience.
Dude, has anyone not come out to their parents yet? Because like, dude, I can't wait till I get a hot ass girlfriend, and my religious mom is like super fucking upset. I can't fucking wait for it.
Are you bi?
Best thing in my life. Yeah, I like girls, but I just found that out this year. Or no,
Really?
you know what? I came to terms with it this year. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you like one of those people that appreciates girls but will end up with a dude? You think?
I think I'm more hetero romantic with guys probably, but I could definitely date a girl. Like, yeah, I've talked to dude through the pandemic, talked to a lot of ladies. It's fun.
Damn.
Yeah, very new to me, but I haven't told my mom that at all. I haven't. I think she'll be fine.
I just had a weird flex.
What do you mean?
You talk to a lot of girls.
Yeah, we get it. You're more successful with girls than all of us.
I meant I've
dude.
spoken to a lot of girls this year in contrast to the last couple of years.
I mean, that's more than a lot of people can say. So,
Yep, I'm staying silent because I haven't talked to girls. So I'm just kind of, cool.
Have you attempted to talk to girls though, Dad? Like, or you just?
I don't know. I feel like I'm too old. I'm out of the game, man.
Where are you single? Are you single, Devin?
Yeah, very much so.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, what does this mean? You're like calculating. He's like, okay. What does that mean?
No, it's nothing.
All right.
How long have you been single for now?
Quite a while. Few months.
Few months. Okay.
Couple months. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Get him on the Raw show or what, man? Come on.
The Austin show now, Dom.
What the fuck is the Austin show? It's the Raw show.
I don't know what that is, but I mean, are you looking to get back out there right now? Like a few months is still kind of fresh. You know what I mean?
Honest answer. I don't think I'm the type of. I think the person that I am right now is not like a person that can take care of a woman the way they should be taken care of. I can't be attentive or.
You're married to the game right now.
I was for a long time, and that's really well said. And now I'm like realizing the importance of like that sort of like surrender emotionally and like empathy with, but I feel like I'd be a terrible boyfriend right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite thing, and this is Doc saying, "All right, so you married to the game," and Devin saying, "Yeah, that's really well said."
Yeah. No, he's just really well spoken. Like, yeah, I feel that super
Yeah,
good.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe you just need an independent woman who has her own like hobbies and stuff, and then you can take care of each other on your free time if you have any.
Maybe, I don't know. I think this is a matter of like my own self-actualization. I lost my last girlfriend because I just wasn't like emotionally there enough. Well, it's what Doc said. That's why I complimented
He's
him, 'cause,
married
like,
to the game.
I was
Yeah,
all in on the work.
Because think
Like
about it, where
15
else is he gonna find the time with all the shit he does, like
Yeah.
streaming and I
2
don't know,
full-time
you run a
jobs. Like I
company
was
too,
just
right?
I feel like there's
Yeah.
so many girls who has absolutely no interests, and they just rely on their guy. Especially in my town. I live in a small town, so.
I think the key is you have to. The only person for you right now would be someone who is equally as driven or has their own thing that they're doing them. And like honestly, like that's the reason why I've like gotten it to work with my girlfriend is because she's actually a designer on the Valorant team, and literally she just like she's actually playing Valorant right now and yelling shit. But like literally it's like she's like grinding, like she literally is like grinding her job, like gaming all the time, and it's like both of us independently just want to crush our careers.
A lot of the
And, like,
Riot girls are no shit motherfuckers. They're hard workers.
Yeah, she busts her ass. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I thought about it a lot, and I just think like I need to focus on being a better version of myself before I like enter back into that pool. I like there's a if you draw like a pie chart, it's like Doc said, like I'm just like all in on the company on that. But there's like now I'm realizing there's more important things to life, like family, like having an actual meaningful relationship with a woman, like that kind of stuff. But I'm just learning it now. I don't want to put another woman through that. Like if I
That's
don't
really
have that
cool.
lesson.
But I mean, it's a timing thing. Focus on yourself now, and like this is the time. This is the time you should be grinding on that stuff. In a few years, shift to the pie chart a little bit. Focus on some other stuff. That's fine.
It's
we
also
all go
like
through those phases.
some guys feel like as they get older, sometimes guys feel like their value like decreases with age. But if you're elevating your career in the meantime, you actually expand your dating pool like even more. Because when you get to be like, I think like your late 30s or so, if you're meeting a lot of women that are single, you're probably not meeting those like kind of like free little girls in her like in their 20s or so that are just trying to date somebody for something. Like you're probably going to meet established women in your late 30s that put things off for their career, and you kind of want to, if you can match that, you're going to meet some really cool people.
Or super hot recently turning adults. What's it called? Young
18?
people. Yeah.
Whoa,
you might
what?
be gold digger.
I can't date an 18-year-old. I don't know what.
Devin, don't knock it out, bro.
Devin date 18-year-olds. There you go. That's the secret.
Dude,
You got it.
I can't deal with their fucking problems. Like they're like, well, I got like an F on a test. I'm like, holy fuck, like they're just the level of issues like compared to
I think
a
that's
person
like.
Wait, Devin, how old are you, Devin?
No
like
one
15,
knows.
not 18.
Yeah, no,
Oh, really?
No, yeah, no one actually knows. Yeah, it's
funny.
It's kind of a meme. Yeah. The general consensus is very old, but I think I'm older than everyone here. Probably older than everyone here. Definitely. Probably.
It's so cool that you're coming to this realization, though. I think you're a great guy, Devin, and I think that
shit.
any girl would want you now. I feel like the guys, though, who need to hear it, probably a lot of people in chat needs to hear this. Like, they need to work on themselves too if you want to find a girl, because I feel like the guys who are the most confident, they're the guys living in their mom's basement. They're the ones who think they can have any girl and go out and just you need to work on yourself too if you want to have a girl. You're saying.
Wait, really? I feel like all those people are incels, and then the people that like have confidence are people that are successful in something. So like they feel like they're worth something.
No, but incels are some incels are very like.
I agree with Candy. I think what she's saying is like there's a lot of incels that are like, I could fuck any chick. I just don't bother because like they're lesser. Like yeah, fuck it. Like they're those type of dudes, right? Like meanwhile they're like
really? Where do you find these fucking
on
like
Reddit? Dudes, they're
Chad...
scraping Cheeto dust off their fucking lap while they're playing fucking 18 hours a day of games. Like I don't know.
But people are like, are you saying that they just like they randomly like type like this online, or they actually think like that in real life? Because I feel like not that
some
many
of them
people
are delusional and think like that, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my biggest advice to like any, I don't think this actually applies to you. Devin, for you, it's going to be more about like finding someone who actually like you get into you find different problems. I think the older you get, which is like you have to find someone who aligns with your values and who is like actually is deeply like passionate about something as you. For all the like young kids in chat, like the young guys in chat, the biggest piece of advice is they just have to go and like get rejected a bunch. That's the biggest thing I tell people. I'm serious. Like I like, and it's not just with girls. Get rejected from colleges, get rejected from jobs. Like put yourself out there and like learn rejection and then learn to like grow and build yourself from that. I think so many people are just afraid of ever doing anything. Like rejection is 100% the best way you learn. But like rejection respectfully, don't be like, weird with your shots, chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
And like if you do get rejected, just let it go. Don't focus on it.
I was turned down by like probably 100 companies before I got the internship at PlayStation. I was shot down by so many companies. When I had my internship at PlayStation, I was looking at some other companies. There were some that turned me down. Blizzard turned me down. Now I have Blizzard recruiters who like hit me up, and that's not like me trying to like flex. But like eventually, all these people will like.
They'll come around.
Yeah. No, Bose is having those same guys hit her up, so that's all good.
Amen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I actually really agree with that. Like, I think that a lot of people just don't build the muscle, and they don't like deal with any situation where there's confrontation or get rejected, and so they either develop a false sense of confidence, like Candy was talking about, or they just get delusional, or they feel absolutely worthless because they've never tried anything. I think it's weird because like the more that I've tried to like learn in my life, the less I feel like I know, until the point where I'm at like now, where it's like I think it's more of the other issue where it's like, man, I don't feel dateable. I don't feel like I'm really like worth a lot, right? Like and like I feel like I need to become a person that is worth that before I can enter back into that game. So no dating apps, no nothing.
Though?
Yeah.
When will I feel that way?
Yeah. Why?
I think there will be a point where like I come together like physically, mentally, and spiritually. And this sounds like a fucking meme, and it's a little bit too much for the podcast, so I apologize. But like, I think like I think this comes down to having your shit together. I think a lot of men are like boys, and like they just don't have like their very basic shit together. Like, is your place clean? Are you like financially completely prepared? Are you physically and mentally there? Are you attentive? Are you emotionally in check? Do you? And I just don't have a lot of that shit together. I need to get that stuff like lined up. It's like basic stuff.
That's all. I got a question. What is it? So like, what is your full definition of having your shit together? Right.
That's a 10-step program.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you think of somebody that has their shit together, what is that to you? Because I feel like you're thinking too deeply into it.
Yeah,
maybe.
I want to know like what your definition of like someone that has their shit together. What does that look like to you?
I'm gonna be real. Nobody has their shit together. Like nobody.
Yeah, if you like,
Devin,
nobody.
if anyone
Like,
has their shit together is you.
Yeah, Devin's going here like, guys, I just don't really have my shit together. And everyone in chat's like, oh fuck. What the fuck are we doing?
I think it appears that way, but like, so here's the thing, right? Is like, I totally did everything that society told you you're supposed to do, right? Like you go do the entrepreneur. Yeah, you go to college, you do the entrepreneur shit, you do all that stuff. Like you sell a company, you're fucking like a VC, you've got all this fucking shit going on. And then only to realize, like I step back from that, I'm like, holy shit, I'm completely emotionally unavailable. And I'm like, I haven't explored myself at all. I'm this like business guy. It's like fucking super powered and whatever. But outside of that, I'm like not even like a full human being. So it may seem like I have my shit together, but because that's what society tells you to do. But you get all the way to that, you climb that ladder, and when you get to the top of it, you realize that like it's just a drop off. There's nothing after it. I don't know if that makes sense.
How do you change that? How do you change that grind though?
You focus more on yourself. You come back into it and say, like, who do I want to be? Like, who am I going to be? And like, what are my actual values? And how do I stand up as a person on my own? Instead of like justifying myself by being a CEO, justifying myself by having a lot of money or something like that. You become a whole more complete person, or you try to be.
Oh, holy
whatever
fuck.
It's worth.
Dude, so Devin, you feel like your sense of self was heavily attached to your occupation?
I feel like I had a huge amount of ego around what I accomplished, only to realize that I got all the way through that game to realize that it didn't mean shit. That my personal, that people, I'm not fulfilled. My personal relationships are non-existent, and my girlfriends leave me because I'm emotionally unavailable to them. Which is completely my fault, right? Because
you worked 2 jobs.
I have a full-time job where I own a company. It's an agency, and then I do broadcasting. Yeah. Mhm.
But that's what I'm saying. But I think even with all you've accomplished, bro, I don't think it didn't mean shit. I think maybe where you're at in life is just like it's certain other things that are important to you, and maybe to that it didn't mean shit, right? But if you think about like all the things you said, for example, you said having your shit together, actually having a place to stay, is your place clean, and all of that. Yeah, and like how you live, all of that is possible because of like the hard work that you've done throughout your life to make yourself very stable, right? So it's like it's just another thing where I feel like you just have to work on that other aspect of your life, right? Because it's like I feel like you have your shit together, but it's like I don't feel like you don't have your shit together, but I feel like maybe you do need to work on your people skills, maybe or like relationship skills, et cetera, et cetera. And I feel like you definitely have the capability to do that. But all of that is also you have to deal with people to learn how to do that. You have to actually date to get better at dating. You actually have to deal with people or deal with women to actually get better with that. Because if you like just work on yourself and you feel like you're good and you're like, okay, I'm mentally where I need to be, and you go out there and date, I'm telling you right now, you may feel like, oh, I have to do this, this, and this, but it may not just be as cookie cutter as you may think. But you learn when you deal with new people, when you meet new women, when you're actually out there dating, you're seeing what you don't like and do like, you know what I mean? Because maybe you weren't emotionally available, but how many, like, do you know what you want in a woman for real?
I've started to kind of like sorry if this is becoming the Devin Nash therapy podcast.
No,
I'm
okay,
loving
but
this. This is amazing.
No, you're
like,
good.
I
He
don't
said he'd
usually
be right back. He's
talk
probably
about-
just closing his eyes. But yeah. Go
I
ahead.
think
think
we really want to hear this.
Yeah, I'm just. Do you know what you want in a woman? Like, if I ask you what would you want in a woman?
I started to actually like write it down because I never knew the answer to that question. But I'll tell you, Abdu, like something that's gonna like fucked with me. I looked back through my history since I left my parents' house, right when I was 19. The amount of time I've lived without a woman in my house, like without in a long-term relationship, is 2 months. So like that, like in that, and it's a long time. Like that span of time from 19 to now, it's been 2 months that I've not been in an LTR with a girl in the house, and so I feel like learning that sense of self-responsibility is super important before I go back into it.
I mean, I would just say one thing that.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why dating is important. I think because I'm so sorry, but like my bad.
No, go for it. Go for it.
No, that's why I feel like dating is important because dating doesn't mean committing to a long-term relationship. It's just
that's the mistake I've always made.
Yeah, but
like
you're saying your issue is the time, right? You don't have time, right? And it's very
no,
hard.
my issue is around like lack of emotional availability. Like I can make time, I can schedule it, but at the end of the day, like that girl falls off in importance compared to like what I'm doing in my company or like what I'm trying to achieve. And I don't think that's right. So I don't want to do that to another girl until I learn those emotional lessons, but probably through introspection, meditation, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but there's some girls who doesn't want the emotional stuff, so you can just get a fuck buddy and then you can have.
Maybe he doesn't even value the sex right now at all. Maybe it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, or maybe you just ask yourself, why do you always end up in a long-term relationship? Like, has every long-term relationship been worth it for you, or is it just having someone?
Also, define long-term though. Like, what's long-term?
13 years.
Oh
Wait,
my God!
Your last relationship was 13 years?
My last relationship was 2.5. The one before that, I was 13.
Damn, so he's at least 32. So we got to figure out how many other relationships he's had, and we can just put it all together and get his age.
Good shit.
Damn. Yeah, but I mean, like, Devin, you also have to understand that, as your needs change, your life has changed completely in the last 2 years. So your needs change as well. Your priorities change, your values change. And if that person doesn't come from the same world or line up with those, it's going to be hard for you to always choose to prioritize them. And it's like, that's something you can't put back on you that hard.
Yeah.
Well, I think I've realized more that like a relationship is something that you have to like. It's not just something that sort of like self-propagates. It has to be actively attended to and grown between two people.
If you don't mind me asking, were both relationships ended due to the same factor of not being emotionally available?
Ultimately, yes. Yeah, all my relationships have been. They ended in different ways, but they were all as a result of that. Yeah, as I always put my business ahead and my own achievement ahead of like anybody else in my life, my family, everybody, all my personal relationships, everything. I've literally like everything in my life is just centered around achievement as far as like society
grind,
defines you should be.
Success. Yeah,
Mhm.
I get what you're saying.
And I got
all
everything
of
I
this,
wanted
like-
there, but then like it's like I'm alone on Christmas, fucking eating pizza, watching Vinland Saga.
No.
Like that's it. Like that's
Hey, look,
so it's like,
Wait, there's
like,
nothing
fuck,
wrong
like-
with that though.
Hey,
It's-
No.
you're
I mean-
actually
I
with all
mean,
of
it's-
us on Christmas,
Yeah.
talking about this deep therapy with people who you've literally just met for the first time tonight. So
Yeah, but I mean, you guys are literally my Christmas, and I can't tell you how wholesome that is. Like, because you guys are who I have for Christmas Eve, so it's really I'll remember this. This is the first Christmas I've ever spent without anybody in it.
Devin,
so
it's
I'm
kind
glad
of
you guys-
interesting though that you say your brain is hard programmed towards achievement, because
Mm-hmm.
if that's kind of the case, then with achievement you get a product and you also get a reward. So if you're always geared towards that, you don't always get that in a relationship. The product and the
Mm-hmm.
reward aren't as evident with an achievement. It's something you just have to feel, appreciate, and accept. So if you never teach yourself how to appreciate the relationship and value it, you have to take this time that you're feeling right now and contrast it to a Christmas you were very happy in a relationship. And that's how you're going to like start to feel the reward. Otherwise you won't recognize it.
Well said.
I have a
I'll
question.
think
Do you
about that a lot.
do you feel like I don't know if I should add, like, do you feel like
Open book,
like,
yeah.
do you feel like because of like, okay, well, this next relationship has to work, or like, are you ever like that, like with that mindset?
I'm a little bit worried that I'm getting to the point where I'm old enough that like if it doesn't work, I'm starting to run out of time. Like I might be in this like weird like a
I mean,
geriatrics.
you're a guy, right? Like,
Do you
that's,
wanna
like,
have
just
kids?
biologically,
I
you
don't
can
know.
go for longer.
I don't know.
Devin,
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
how
that's true.
old you are, man, but you got a lot of time, dude. I don't
Mm.
think I think you're overthinking it a little bit there. I don't
Okay.
think. Yeah,
Mm.
I think you've got time. You got to focus on more important things right now.
Yeah. And
Yeah, my-
honestly,
my
like
grandpa
with
I know
was-
how
it's
it's
also
going,
easier to
Devin.
stay down. Yeah, go ahead.
No,
My
I'm just
grandpa
saying,
remarried
like
at,
with
like,
how it's going,
55,
Devin.
so-
Like
Holy shit.
at this point, even if it doesn't work out, you probably won't remember it. So it'll all be good. You don't have
Thanks,
to worry.
Phil. Appreciate it because of my Alzheimer's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Holy shit.
I think I need to get to the point where I truly don't like desire. I can detach myself from the actual desire of it, and then like I can actually focus on like what like again like what Bose said was like super true. I think I just need to make myself like I need to like contrast this time with like the past time, and then get to the point where like I'm emotionally to the point where I'm grown enough to actually have a relationship that I can sustain and be healthy. Because at this
Well-
point, I'm not there.
What I was gonna say seriously though is like how much, because I mean the way that you're kind of describing it is like you want to be proficient at like 50 different like you want to be able to like have your body right and be like super on top of like
Mhm.
waking up and being just somebody who can take care of yourself. But like the way that because I kind of felt like you about a year ago, and I've kind of now started approaching things like I want to find someone that is able to like compliment me in a way
How
where
old are you,
I don't
Mm.
I'm 30. I'm 30. But because I went through a period where I dated a girl for 3 years that I lived with, and then I was single for like a month, and then I dated another girl for 2 years that I lived with again. So when I became single again, I was like, maybe I just need to work on everything, because I'm not kind of the same way as you. I wasn't as emotionally available because of the way that I approached my work, which was a grind of like the way I streamed is I would wake up at midnight and I would stream to 8 a.m. So
You're
it was
all
like I
in.
would kind of like ruin my whole fucking day, my sleep schedule, everything, in order to make sure that I was being as successful as possible within my career. But now I'm kind of looking for a way that I can find someone that will compliment me in a way where I don't have to be proficient at everything at like the max level, that I can just like do what I'm good at and they can do what they're good at, and it works out as like a good relationship in the fact that we like kind of cover each other's weaknesses in that regard.
Mhm.
Do you feel like there's that's kind of just gonna like how does that manifest for you? Does it show up? Like are you looking
Right
for
now it
that?
has. Yeah, like I've been dating a girl for 5 months,
Okay.
and I feel like it's been like a pretty successful relationship in terms of the fact that I found someone that is able to like not get frustrated. Like she's not super type A, and she's not going to get frustrated at some of my shortcomings. She's going to be able to like support those because she's strong in those areas, and I can support her in other ways.
Is that because you set expectations for that initially, like in what you?
I mean,
look for?
I think that's
Yeah.
partly like me, instead of trying to like say whatever, or like instead of trying to approach a relationship with like trying to like get a girl or whatever, just be super honest about like how I am and like how I live, and like what my shortcomings are, and like being more open with my weaknesses, that it's not as much of a surprise when I'm in a relationship than if somebody's living with me. It's not like, oh shit, like I thought you'd be like super put together. Until like I tell like girls pretty openly, it's like, yeah, so I have a fucking like maid. Like I am not like somebody who's super fucking clean that I'm like going around like every single day. Like I'm the type of person that I don't think about a lot of that stuff. Like just naturally it doesn't come to me. Like so if I like wake up, I might like change and I might leave like a shirt on the floor or something. And that's not gonna be like something where I see the shirt and I'm like, holy shit, like what the fuck? This is so dirty. I need to fucking put it in a hamper or something. I'll just like it doesn't click for me. Like that's something important. Like I'll have my mind on something else. I'll wake up and I'll think about, okay, I have to do this podcast. What am I going to fucking ask this guy? I have this pro player on, whatever. And like, that's where my mind is. And I'm so wrapped up in that a lot of the other things kind of will be like thrown aside. And I feel like just being more like honest with the fact that I am naturally like that just makes it so when people are, you know, when I'm suddenly in a relationship with somebody and they're living with me, it's not a crazy thing where they don't know exactly what they're getting into. Like they know who I am before I actually get into it. So
I have a more shallow question actually for Myth. Myth, this one's for you. Yeah, you wake up, Myth.
Hello.
Yeah.
Myth. This is relative to like all of the, you know, because we got a lot of probably young guys who are gaming all the time in the chat. Myth, you're a cracked gamer. Could you date a girl who doesn't like game or who like doesn't, you know, share that passion of gaming? Like honestly, with how much how big of a part of your life it is.
I think so, but I think I would have to be like deeply interested in the thing that she is also into.
Do you really think so? You can't. Well, I guess you can't be too different, but you shouldn't be too similar either. It's good to learn from each other and to have some different interests.
Well, so there's the whole thing where people are like, you know, oh, opposites attract or stuff like none of that is actually borne out to be true. The most important thing is that people actually do have similar values and similar interests. Like those two things are like the best indicators of like long-term relations. But I'm curious for Miss.
Like, I think that's important is, you know, I've dated somebody that like was a gamer before, and like most of the time, especially like as a streamer, when I'm the type of streamer, like if I'm fucking playing a game, like I'm streaming it for the most part. Like when I'm not streaming, like I'm not playing games pretty much. So gaming, like actually like the physical task itself becomes like less important. And that's not really what I like look forward to like talking about with other people or like different, you know, like a girl that I'm like interested in. I'm a lot interested in like, you know, the other things that she's into like outside of gaming. And gaming is sort of just like this common ground where, you know, it helps them understand what I do.
Yeah, so it's like she might not be a gamer, but if she can understand and appreciate what you do, you'd still fine with that then.
Yeah, I think so. But the thing is like I don't speak from fucking experience. This is just like me imagine like thinking about how I would go through it like in my brain. Because I haven't experienced that really.
I used to be I actually used to be at Myth's point, and I was dating a girl who, you know, she had her own interests, but she wasn't really a gamer, and she like kind of like tried and like played games, but she generally like was kind of like respectful of the fact that I was like gaming or streaming, and it was fine. I think it was like manageable. Maybe the relationship could work, but then like with my current girlfriend, who like, and granted, there's some other things because like her and I also talk about like game design stuff, but like. It's just like it feels so good to be like if I have like some like, you know, stupid clip from like if I have like Asu getting like some nasty like, you know, ace on Jet or something, and I can like send her that clip and be like, holy shit, check this shit out, this is dope. Yeah. Or like send some dumbass really nice. Clip of XQC. It's nice to share those moments, right?
But like also you said your girlfriend's literally playing Valorant right now and we heard her like yell or something earlier. Like that's cool.
Yeah,
like you guys are all into
like,
the same thing.
It sounds like she's getting fucked in the background. Like honest to God, all the time. And it happens on my stream. I'm like, no, it's the worst. I'm like on my stream and you just like hear her like, like just like these noises. And it's just the worst. Oh God, and it's embarrassing, but yeah, it's being fucked by Valorant. So
do you care that much if the girl is you know necessarily somebody who shares those interests, or do you care about them being able to like understand your interests? Because for me, the way that I see it now is the thing that I value is that they have something that they're equally passionate about, and then we can have the discussion. And you know, so for example, my girlfriend right now, she works in she's not working right now because of COVID, but she worked in the pediatric ICU. So she does respiratory work in the pediatric ICU. So she would have a bunch of like interesting stories, and like just being able to talk to somebody, I don't necessarily have to be interested in like respiratory work within that to just be able to understand and relate to those stories. Same way, whereas if I show her a clip of like a league game and I'm able to explain it, or just like have the conversation about, hey, this is like what you look for, and this is like why the clip matters, or this is like, something that happened in my career and this is why it was impactful. Like, as long as you can explain it, I feel like that matters a lot more than them being necessarily having like the same value. But I kind of just wanted to get your take on whether you care so much about them having the same interests or being able to understand your interests.
I think it's so like I like how Myth framed it earlier. I think it's probably about like that shared understanding, right? Like they probably don't have to do it as much. And to Myth's point, like, right, like if you're gaming and streaming all the time you share together, like as long as they respect that and kind of understand your passion there, probably don't have to do it as much. But like I think for me, it's like it is actually really a nice bonus to like be with someone who can like directly understand all the like dumb shit that I'm doing when it comes to like gaming and streaming.
Yeah, I feel like that definitely helps with like conversation and shit, right?
I agree with Dom, where it's like you have a person that is passionate about something, and then you can converse about something. Like Candy said, there are a lot of people that just like don't have any passions about anything, and it's like maybe they kind of like go off of your passion, and then you're like, okay, now what? Now you, and then there is no you. Yeah, and
I think
that's really
that's what
difficult.
you should be
Yeah.
worried about, like people without any passion, because there's so many guys that are looking for gamer girls, but I don't think you need to look for a gamer girl. You should just find some girl who is passionate about something.
I just want someone who's passionate about something. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
That's why I'm actually kind of trying to stay away from like, well, maybe it's just because I was gonna say maybe I just got mind fucked by the whole Caterina thing. But maybe I'm just like done with like the whole gamer girls and everything. I'm like, let's look outside of Twitch for once.
No.
How about we try a different approach? Like,
That's really good that you did that, though, that you look outside of Twitch. Me too. I think I wouldn't want to date like a real gamer again. It's so much. I think it's waste of time to, like Joe Rogan says, a little bit waste of time if you're not a pro. Not for you, of course, Dom, and like the guys here, but yeah.
Yeah, I just feel
I
like
could never date like a streamer.
I don't think I'm gonna date an influencer either. I think that's a bad road down. Yeah,
Nope.
I don't think it's good.
the thing is, I feel like you get too many points like with a girl if they're a streamer and then you're like a bigger streamer or whatever. I feel like it's not like you actually are meeting a person. It's that it's like people are so inclined to, and I'm sure it's the same way for guys to girls, right? If any guy streamer started talking to any of the girl streamers that are at the top of Twitch, they're gonna be so impressed by that you have such like a natural inclination to like the person that you don't actually like. You don't even know if like you like the person for them.
Well, a lot of it, honestly, and like, hey, Candy, you probably know a lot of girls that have done this before, but I've talked to a lot of like friends on the platform that they start talking to a big streamer and they get starry-eyed because you liking them validates them. And I'm gonna be completely honest. There's a lot of gamer girls on this platform with low self-esteem. They didn't really like get popular in high school. Now they're on the game servers. They're the only girl in the game. This is all the attention they're getting. They're getting validation nonstop. And now the next stop is getting validation from you. And they will do anything and everything they can to get that validation. You want nudes, you want a new personality, you want to play games with them, they'll do anything. And you're not meeting a real person. You're meeting what they project to you in order to get what you have, which is validation.
That is a great segue into the next point I was going to make, Blau, where I'm actually afraid of gamer girls for that reason. I have an issue, like I thought about this deeply, where like it really bothers me that not a large number of like girls in this industry or like in the gaming scene, whatever, there's a high probability that they fucking know who I am before I even get to say hello to them. And that's something that like I don't like.
Sucks.
Like that ruins, in my opinion, the like natural progression getting to fucking know a person.
Does it also bother you that like a girl can learn so much more about you by watching your stream? They have so much more time in with you than you have with them. They can sit there for 8 hours and watch your fucking stream and like and then they'll be like, oh, like all those things you did on stream, and you're like, fuck, that's not me. Like I'm this person offline, right? Like
yeah, and I'm very, very different off stream compared to on stream. Like I would say it's like night and day.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, the way that I always thought about it is like, let's say a girl approaches you, Myth, and you start talking to them, and like you go on dates, whatever. And the girl says she likes you, whatever. How many times would that girl like the same exact person that had all your statistics that was just like that was you, but that had completely different personality?
Shit.
And it's like it's almost every time.
Yeah, that's a scary thing for Myth.
That's what I felt like. I felt like, okay, so if somebody else was Dom, like somebody who had completely different personality was me, but like had the same or like was the same person within like the League of Legends scene or whatever, would they like that person?
Just
and
copy and paste another pro player.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, are you saying like
Mhm.
someone with all of Dom's stats, but not an asshole always
exactly,
yelling at
exactly, not an
Ryan and
asshole, like
fucking,
didn't have
antagonizing the devs? Holy shit, that's a stud muffin.
So, exactly. So like say the things that so I have like the asshole humor or whatever. Like I agree with that. I have like that asshole humor. What if people don't actually like that? What if Dom in League of Legends was just a really fucking nice, like chivalrous, like really well spoken, never cursed? If that was Dom, would they like that person too because he was Dom in the scene? That's like a fucking weird thing to think about. I feel like for Myth, there'd be a bunch of girls that would just like you regardless of who you actually were as a person because of like your status.
Or Fane liking him. But like that's the problem. It's like, and then that's what's scary too, because you talk to these people and you feel like you're building a connection, and then you're like, do you actually like me for me? Like outside of all of this?
And let me tell you oh, sorry.
No. I'm just saying that's fucking scary.
Yeah, and let me tell you, like another really fucked up loop with all this is like, so we have everything that we just talked about, right? And then at least from my personal experience, like what I noticed is like, okay, so you end up you whatever, you fucking blow up overnight, you're this known figure now, and then you're dealing with like all the mental things that we just went over, and then like, unless you had a friend group coming into this shit, like a IRL friend group coming into this shit, you are only surrounded by people, the friends that you made in the industry, like people that you stream with on a day-to-day. And so that's the part you go to are just surrounded by people that are like before I even say hello to somebody, like, oh, Myth, they like kind of like know me already. And it's like, okay, so like where do you develop that organic, natural, like getting to know someone?
That was my follow-up question. Is like, okay, if we can't do it within the industry, like, where the fuck do you do it? Where the fuck do you meet like an authentic girl asking for a friend?
I do think within the industry though, I think that there are obviously not everybody fucking knows who I am. Like that would be crazy for me to just like claim, right? So there are guests, but
you're one Google search away. I mean,
but they will know who you are.
Yeah, but that only applies if you're looking for somebody in the industry, right?
No, I'm saying like even if it's like a doctor or something, they could Google him and he's like, oh, okay. You're like,
I think just go out more. Maybe not now in Corona, but go out more. Really.
No, I agree. That's why like I think picking up different hobbies has been something that's been fucking huge for me the past like year and a half. Like I picked up a few hobbies, fucking hiking, like parkour gyms, and just putting myself in scenarios where I'm surrounded by people that are just
real people.
Just the people that like aren't in this industry, so I could like get the opportunity to meet different people and different friend groups.
Or even within the industry, it's like you need that time with like I'm guessing for you, Myth, you need time probably with like the other streamers where you're not having to like perform and be a streamer. Like maybe you're in just like a Discord call with them. No one's live. It's late at night and you spend like 2 to 4 hours just shooting the shit. And that's when you like know oh, this is actually someone I'd like genuinely versus.
And you could sniff that shit out. You could sniff out you could sniff out people that are like brown nosers. Like it's nothing, dude.
Hey, Dom, how did you find your girl, Dom?
I met her in real life like 6 years ago. She was, it sounds fucking weird, but she like at the time she was dating someone that I knew, and I met her and like we were like friends, and then I just didn't talk to her for like 6 years, and we randomly started talking again. And then
you talked online?
Text. Yeah.
Okay. Did you use Messenger or was it like Instagram?
It was I texted her. We like talked back and forth, and something happened that reminded me of her, and I texted her, and then we just started talking.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was really fucking random.
I think that's good too. Like, it's easier for a streamer or someone who have like popularity online. It's easier when you meet someone who you knew before all of that. because you kind of know what kind of person it is.
Yeah, and she had no idea who I was at the time where I met. Like that's what I liked. Is like the first time I met her in person, she had no idea who I was, and I had no idea who she was. That felt good overall because it felt like every single person that I dated for the last like. And this is what's kind of weird because Myth. You're talking about like how you blew up like overnight or whatever. You became like known in the scene, and I guess that was like 3 years ago. For you or like 4 years ago, it was like fairly recently. I guess the weird thing for me is that I started in the scene, I guess 11 years ago, and for me, I never blew up to the extent Myth did. But I'm just like, this has been my world for 11 years. So everyone I know is actually in the scene. Like I don't have like I have friends from college and high school that I talk to every now and then that I text, but every single person that I know is like in the scene in some capacity. I don't have like one person that I know that is not a streamer working in the industry, like on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Like they're always someone. So it's so weird. It's so hard to meet someone that's like not involved in that.
Dude, you know what my favorite thing is? This is gonna sound so fucking corny, but like I still play Overwatch. Fuck you guys. But like when I like play in an Overwatch lobby and I just randomly meet somebody, like not through voice, just through text, and we just like queue up and start playing, and like I don't know who the fuck they are, they don't know who the fuck I am. It's like one of the most refreshing things ever. And I love that.
I started doing that in Valorant.
It feels good, right? And you just meet random ass friends.
Crazy is like I didn't think about doing that in Valorant because like that was not a fucking thing you did in Fortnite. Because you would never add like a fucking 14-year-old that's gonna spam and invite you invites to their lobby that they have like all their friends like loaded in it and just waiting for you to join so they can all fucking see that he actually has you added. But like I've added like 3 or 4 people like just playing solo queue Valorant that are like, you know, it's weird, but they're like actual like fucking adults.
And then you occasionally you get on and you're like, oh shit, my boy's on.
Yeah, that was like back in the day of like COD, Halo. I don't know if any of you guys played like SOCOM, US Navy SEALs on like PlayStation.
Holy shit, you are 29. God damn.
Yeah, that's how you know I'm 29. I played SOCOM, US Navy SEAls on PlayStation back in the day. Like, dude, I used to have so many friends who were just like my boys, my squad, or just like random people I met online from like SOCOM, COD, like Halo.
I love that shit.
Dude, and that was like great. I am curious though. So you say you meet these people on Overwatch, like, but like, do you ever use like Overwatch's voice? Like, because all the girls I know play Overwatch just get absolutely blasted when they do that.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I'll use voice comms all day, but like if people gang up on me, I'll just start saying the most outlandish shit. Because like these guys on voice, like sure, they'll say aggressive shit and I will take it to the next fucking level. And then, I don't know, maybe sometimes you make friends. But I mean, I grew up in this shit. I grew up on Ventrilo. I grew up literally playing, I think the first game that I played was like a Crossfire back in like 2008. It was like the first FPS. Like, dude, if somebody gangs up on me on some shit, I'll take it to the next level. I don't really give a fuck. But like sometimes you do meet people just because like you're a girl, but either way, it's more about just feeling a little bit more anonymous and not having to question whether somebody is like not using you, but like it just doesn't always feel organic sometimes, and it sucks.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, cause you know how like a lot of us play games forever. It's like it's kind of crazy how like you don't find those same connections you used to. Like, remember when we was young, you would literally find gang on the game. Like, you log on every day. You know they're gonna be on at this time. Y'all play together. Like, and
exactly, yes.
Y'all would hop in the call, talk. Like, it was like they were like really friendly. Like, you don't really find that nowadays in games. It's like weird, like how. Now you play with people, and it's like sometimes you play with people, and then maybe a GG at the end of the game, and that's it. It's
well, you're from the MMO world too. You're from like World of Warcraft, so you know that like you can like, dude, you can like fucking forge some brotherhoods on games like that. Like, people on MMOs that would take a fucking bullet for you and shit.
Like literally would give up time in their day to help you. Like it's all type
100%.
Of like it is just I don't know. I feel like you don't find that nowadays. Everything is just quick paces. Like you play with them and then you're done. It's like you just everyone's a condom. You use it and it's over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
I think you can still find it. I have friends for life from playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But that was probably years ago, though, right?
Yeah, but I still think people have guilds and play a lot of WoW now.
Yeah, but like you don't make that new connection to this day though.
Yeah, these connections, new connections are weak.
Dom, did you just like make friends from like League, from like solo queue outside pro scene?
Have I made friends from League and outside of the pro scene?
Yeah, just like randoms that you played with in solo queue.
I mean, it's just weird because I feel like when you meet randoms in solo queue, then they'll ask you one thing and I'll just like hate it. So like if it's ever like, hey dude, like you ever want to duo when you're streaming? Whenever somebody asks me like something like that feels at all clout chasey, I immediately just like can't. Like I'm not good about being like, oh no, like I'm not really like trying to do that. I just want to like play a game here and there. I feel like that's always just a boundary that feels super weird to me in League of Legends, at least.
Anyone that wants to collab before you hang out, I don't fucking trust them. Like I just like if we both know that this is to collab and to do some business shit, sure. But don't come at me like under the guise of like, oh, games, something like that when it's really a collab. Like, no, I love like actually hanging out with people off stream. Holy shit, nobody does it anymore.
I mean, it's also kind of like League of Legends is like a dead section compared to other sections when it comes to like new people popping up all the time. It feels like the established people are there, and it's like really hard for new people to like come into the scene. So it feels like the only way you actually get there is by leeching in some way. It's not like, Among Us where it pops off and then there's going to be like new people that come up that are good at the game and, people love their personality. There's not that way of like getting your foot in the door. You pretty much have to be high elo and then you have to appear on a bunch of other streams and then you have to get like in Tyler One's games and have him talk about you or something to get some type of like start. But yeah. What I was gonna ask Myth was like when you go into those Valorant lobbies and you're talking, do you ever just have these people just recognize you immediately like, oh shit, are you Myth? Like, oh well, and then that just becomes how it is for the rest of the day.
As soon as I say like, what's up guys, how you doing? And then someone will be like, Myth? I'll just go, who? I have my name like covered, but yeah, like it's always weird. I'm still in a position where like I find that to be fucking weird. So I don't think I have like a super specific voice or anything, but people will be like, is that Myth?
Oh, but you're not using the name Myth at all?
No, it's completely covered. It's just like Phoenix, or like it just says the character that I'm playing name.
Yeah, but I mean, like, but imagine they're you're playing in high elo Valorant. Yeah. If they're high elo Valorant players, they're probably like really deep into the game, so they watch the Valorant streamers. They probably watch you, right? Like, that's like they're looking for it.
But the ones that I typically do end up adding are the ones that like don't recognize me until like they like don't recognize me at all until I add them, and they're like, oh shit, and they're just dope people to play with in a match.
Why do we do that?
Why do we do what?
I mean just like playing with people that are. I mean, I don't know why. I do.
I think it's a security thing because like people feel like it's like when people just play with you because they like you and or they don't want anything. I feel like that makes it much easier for people to just enjoy the game.
Wait, what's the question? Or what's the
like, why do you feel that way, or why do we like all do the same, like do that, And then
do what?
Saying it's like hide your name and then add people only if they don't recognize you, then they're just chilling.
Just enjoy playing with randos. Like you probably have fans that message you all the time and say they want to play the game with you. So if you just want to play a game, why do you choose to play with a random person than like a fan? You don't know either of them.
Because there's already an uncomfortable dynamic when like I play with a fan compared to playing with just a random person that has no idea and is just treating me like a regular like teammate. Like I know for a fact that person is being like, if I'm just fucking vibing with that person, they have no idea who I am. I know that is just like that's something that's genuine and natural that's happening in the moment. And
so you want to be treated like a regular person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the opposite. Like I feel like my voice is super distinctive, so anytime like I can't even get out of it. If somebody says anything to me, I'm like I've some weird ass fucking voice. Like when I hear my own voice, I'm like, God, that's fucking cringe. I wouldn't listen to myself talk.
It is kind of distinct. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not bad. It's kind of distinct.
All right, so Dom, voice chat in League. Do you want it?
Bro, I just want your voice. That's what I want. You want to switch voices? You can sound like me, and I can sound like you.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, dude. I don't want to swap voices with you.
All right.
But didn't they do voice chat in League?
I'm gonna be honest. I can't even imagine League without with voice chat. I couldn't even imagine it.
It might actually so from a developer standpoint, it might actually clean it up because not all the way, but like it might actually make it so people are less. Well,
yes.
I don't know, but then we look at
high ranks for sure.
Devin, why do you think that? Talk to me.
Because
I can tell you.
I think psychologically people are more okay with confrontation over text than voice, but this is anecdotal. I don't have any evidence towards this.
That's 100% true. You're right. That is actually 100% true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How many people like when they type ridiculous stuff to you, how many people would actually say the same thing when they have to kind of identify it with it more? I mean, the more that you have to put yourself out there and take responsibility for what you're saying as a person, the more you're going to be like insecure about, acting a certain way. And I don't know. I feel like in League of Legends, a lot of things that happen are because of miscommunication. Like the game is, it's a 5v5 team game, but it's played with zero voice communication. And even typing is not a proper way that you can actually communicate in a game like this, because you need to be controlling your character at all points. So if you stop to type, then you could be in a much worse position than if you're just playing the whole time. So I feel like the ability to communicate with your teammates and be able to actually like have some level of discourse where you can kind of discuss what's going to happen in the game and you could at least kind of understand someone's thought process would be so much better than right now, where everyone just kind of plays the game and then gets mad about what happens after the game has already been played, or like after the play has already happened, then you just yell at each other.
Right. Like talked about that of like voice comms in League at all?
Yeah. I've seen things. I mean, apparently they just say that they don't think that it would be beneficial for the game because you can communicate most of the things you need to communicate with like pings and things like that.
I would say this. There is like our Riot's current perspective. I'm gonna have to PC corporate talk this one. There's Riot's overall perspective, and then there are perspectives of different designers and thought people at Riot.
Fairly divided. Yeah.
I 100% think League should have voice chat. I've always pushed for that. One of my counterpoints is actually name a competitive team-based game
that doesn't have voice chat.
It doesn't.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it works for everybody else.
There's Dota too.
Does Dota have voice chat?
There's Dota 2, there's Fortnite, there's Apex, there's PUBG, there's Valorant now, there's Overwatch. Literally,
they put it in Valorant. How crazy is that? They put it in Valorant, but they don't have it in League. That blew my mind. It's like, they're like, well, technically when you're playing Valorant, it's because you can't see your teammates' screens. It's like, yeah, but like when you're playing League, I can't actually see everyone's screen at the same time either. Like I can F key as much as I want, but I can't see the whole fucking map at the same time.
Does anyone use that as a defense, or is that just like some fuckwit in chat that just says that?
No. That's like what the defense was actually from I don't remember, one of the casters or something, was that you could actually like see people's perspective. You can't see people's perspectives in Valorant, so you need to be able to communicate with a microphone.
Well, if we wanted to take the nuanced approach, I can give the counter argument, which is that in a game like CS:GO and Valorant, the need to communicate information from the first person perspective, you literally have to have voice. Like I would argue that the fall off in like team play between Valorant with voice and Valorant without voice is way sharper than the fall off in team play of League with voice and League without voice. Even still, I just think League with voice is a better game. Anyone who's played like with crews or played Clash, played with like 5-mans, I just think it's a better experience. The one downside to it, that's honestly the downside to voice in any of these games, is like, I don't know, you get when people do flame, they flame so much harder. I think they'll flame less, but when they flame, they're gonna go all in. Like they're gonna blast people.
It's also harder to police, unfortunately, too. Voice chat is. And
it's like okay, so we talked, on the flip side, if you're a gamer girl, the reality is that like girls who are playing in these games in voice chat, like the kind of harassment they face is pretty fucking bad.
It is. It is.
And by the way, if you don't believe that, or like, he's like an SJW shill, I just say this, like, man, like play some like random pub games with like your friends who are girls, like queue up like duo queue in Valorant, and your friend who's a girl. And like you'll see some shit.
They don't
like
have
it's
friends
fucked.
that are girls. That's why they think that way.
And that's why girls don't even play. Girls don't play Valorant solo.
They're not even incentivized
to
play it. I realized this. We had a team, CLG Red. It was like all female team at CLG, and like I queued up with them to play CS:GO, and I was like, holy fuck! Like this is like pro level shit, right? Like I just watched them play CS:GO like every game. It's like, oh, get back in the kitchen, like always just the dumb shit. It's insane. It becomes insanely difficult to justify like queuing up into a game solo as a girl.
The two parts of it are not only that voice portion of it, but a lot of us, when we jump into a new game, like Valorant, for example, we have to learn the game. So as much as I talk hot shit in Overwatch, I don't really know how to play play Valorant. So if I'm 0-4 and somebody starts talking shit to me, I can't say shit. I literally can't say anything. They're just gonna like destroy me. So a lot of girls can't even get in and learn the game because somebody's gonna shit on them before they have the opportunity to get better.
I mean, I would just say to that point. Yeah, to that point, Blastoise, I would say, I mean, there's a fucking mute function for a reason, right? If somebody's going over the top, like you can
I'm gonna
mute
keep
them.
it a stack, dude. I was listening to that whole podcast in my bed.
There he is.
Bro, I've been awake
I
all the
thought we were
time.
gonna have to start talking about cock for
listen.
you to wake up.
No,
Holy
hear me out.
shit.
No, listen. I was awake the entire time. I just thought in my head, okay, right now, all I have are just bullshit jokes, cock talk. This was some real deep shit that's helping people. And I'm going to just sit in bed and listen instead of coming here and ruin it with my bullshit attention-grabbing jokes. That was some deep shit. I like that. That was good. Yeah. I think I changed people's lives. I think I helped you guys. That was like a fucking therapy session. That helped me. Yeah. That was great, guys. Great podcast.
What was your favorite part, Tyler?
What was your favorite part, friend? Yeah.
I like the part about Devin, honestly. I think Devin needed that. I think Devin's needed to kind of vent a little bit. He has no one to vent to about his situation, and I think you guys helped him. He got it off his chest.
Damn, he was listening. That was the test.
Hell yeah, I was listening, bro. I listened to the entire thing. That was really good. And then Myth talking about like all the stuff about him and the girls like knowing him before. And I agree with that. Like all that stuff is 100% accurate. It's 100% true. You'll never know for sure. Is she there for you? Is she there without you? If you're a loser, would she still be down, right? Like, these are questions you'll never actually know. And people will say, oh, you should just have confidence, right? That's such a fucking scapegoat pussy. Like, yeah, it's just a dumb thing to tell someone, right? Because, like, that's definitely a worry that I think is completely justified for you to have, Myth. That was a really good podcast, guys. Really good stuff. No bullshit, really good stuff. I'm really happy Cash App's paying me my salary while you guys do my work for me. Well, that was a good podcast, guys.
Merry Christmas to you too, Train. Appreciate
Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas,
Yeah, Merry
Tyler.
Christmas, guys, and Merry Christmas to.
I'm guessing Devin wanted to come get me, so you guys can wrap it up.
Yeah, we can.
I mean, I'm
Is that why Devin wanted to come kind of get me? Are you guys ready?
Did he get you?
I'm ready.
I'm good to go.
I don't know. Devin hit me up. He wanted to wrap it up, so I came back.
I think Devin and Train is the same person.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, now I see them in the same room.
Yeah, I've never seen.
I've been listening, dude.
Yeah. What?
I've been listening to the podcast.
He was listening. He told us all
I listened
about
to the
his favorite
entire
parts.
thing.
It was a good podcast. I agree.
Yeah. I think I think it's a very, very good podcast. I just want to make sure that you're still with us.
I am. Yes, I am with you
Make sure
guys.
you're alive.
I'm alive. No, I'm alive. I'm a little hungry, but that's about it. I might have to go play some Warzone low key.
Good shit. Okay.
You go to bed. Shouldn't you?
Well,
It's night.
All of a sudden
Anyways,
he's recharged.
I guess that's a good time to, call it. Merry Christmas, guys. Happy holidays. We'll see you guys next Thursday. Be safe. Hey, next Thursday's the New Year's Eve podcast. Some of you probably
That's true. That's gonna be
next
awesome.
Thursday's the New Year's Eve podcast. So for those of you that, for us that aren't going out, we'll be together.
That'll be cool. I mean, I'll be here.
Yeah.
I thought, by the way, this is like a really wholesome podcast. Like,
It
you guys
was. I
are
heard the
super
whole
cool.
thing. I honestly
This
thought
is
I
really
was more
awesome.
valuable just listening instead of like opening my big mouth and just letting you guys do it. It was great. I think it was a powerful podcast.
Yeah, that was a good one for Christmas.
That was very cozy. Very cozy.
Yeah.
And it was
Deep
like
conversations.
Super, like a nice mix. Like it was super
Yeah.
fun. It's hella chill at the same time, but then it was
Yeah.
also deep. Like
I
but
agree.
it wasn't too deep. Where it's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
Thank you for making Christmas Eve really good, guys.
Yeah, I love Mo,
Appreciate it.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Merry
Merry
Christmas,
Christmas, guys, and happy holidays, everyone.
You too,
All
man.
right.
Wait, it was going
Likewise.
until Train came back. Dickhead, I didn't come back. They fucking called me back. I was just kicking in
I
bed
called him.
listening. It was a
Yeah,
great
he's just
time.
chilling.
Devin
Yeah.
called me. 2 of my mods called me. I was just kicking back, listening to everyone talk. It was so soothing. But anyways, guys, everyone's Twitch is right there. As you see it, it is how it's spelled. Please follow them, guys. Twitch.tv is Myth. Twitch.tv is Candyland. Twitch.tv. Wait, Rami, is yours right?
Yeah.
Twitch.tv is Rami? You
Yep.
got that name? Nice. Twitch.tv is I Will Dominate. Twitch.tv is Gonedoc. Twitch.tv/Abdu2Beastie. Twitch.tv is Big Boss Bose. Twitch.tv is Blastoise. And Twitch.tv is Devin Nash. Exclamation point podcast, boys. Listen to the podcast on Spotify and Apple and everywhere else. Bose, are you still going live?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll,
we're gonna
I'll
do
host
murder
Bose,
stuff.
and Bose is going to do a nice little crime night.
How long you
I'm
gonna be out for, girl?
Me? I'm gonna stay for a little bit. We're doing cold case Christmas, baby, but we're gonna start off with some police interrogations. Let's go.
All right, love you all, and see you later. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thank you, guys.
Merry
everybody.
Christmas.
Bye, guys.
And happy holidays.
Bye.
Peace out. Bye.